welcome back, everyone, to
Mehl.
a edge of your seat feeling type installation of that.
Wait. Okay, I'm
getting there.
I'm a seat.
Yeah, okay. I think we all want to be there, don't we?
At the edge of the seat.
Of that ongoing
That's how he
saga.
got to the edge of his seat.
That ongoing saga that we call the Backwater Bastards in space.
In space.
Space.
Cool.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Right. So I don't think we want to fuck about too much, do we? Like we really did leave things.
We
in
did
quite a
not come
state.
here to fuck spiders.
No, we did
came
not come here to
here.
fuck spiders.
To get
Came here to
get the job done.
Strange flex, but okay.
the cage came down.
Spider.
Oh god.
Depends
Look
on
around
its
you.
personality.
No spiders are getting fucked. We're here
Well,
to
if
do the
they've
job.
if they've got a great sense of humor, mate.
So anyway,
What?
let's just get straight into the recap
That's what I like.
because it's a doozy.
I like a spider with a sense of humor.
And that long leg hair.
You know what they say about defense mechanisms?
Oh, offense is the
There-
best defense.
What?
It's
That's what they say?
nonsense. If you can't beat them, confuse them.
Surrender and try and hope for mercy.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a bleeder.
I mean, like mercy's it's a very viable thing in this world because everyone kind of, we aren't at wartime, so everyone is a little bit sort of domesticated, aren't they?
Dick, they just said that they weren't going to share the antidote with anyone and they were going to go and watch as
They were
everyone died.
excited to watch us
They were
get
excited to
killed.
watch.
They were all going to the ramparts like people going to see fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that is
Oh.
true. I mean, this lot accepted, they are a bit barbaric.
I mean, those are the guards, so maybe it's like a guard.
And you
thing.
lulled us into a false sense of security with like, oh, haven't killed anyone in ages, hope that would be horrible to have to do that. I was like, oh, these guys are pacifists. They're fine. We shouldn't
And
be
the
fighting
castle
them.
guy was so
Yeah.
great.
So friendly and nice and stuff.
Loved him.
And then bang.
That wouldn't be too hard on Dickie though.
Well,
This
the thing is, I
pretty
mean,
fucking awesome.
it doesn't really count
It
as
is
killing.
awesome.
It doesn't
Look, it
really
is
count
awesome,
as
but-
killing someone if you poison them, does it? You don't have to do any of the work.
Well, it does.
You don't even have to
Well,
look them in the
maybe.
eyes. You can just sort of watch them from the battle.
There we go, everyone. If you know anyone that dies of poison near or around Dickie, then know that he doesn't think it.
feel like he did that.
He doesn't feel like he did it. He feels like doesn't count as killing.
No, for real.
Okay,
This definitely
every
got
single
me.
person,
This
every
got
single
me good.
person that dies of poisoning, I don't feel like I did it.
Okay,
Is it
Well,
killing?
well,
if it's a
I've
Washing
never-
his clan.
not
through
once
his
have I
hands
ever
in that.
felt-
simulation.
Not ever once have I felt like I killed someone.
Wow.
Well, okay.
You heard it here, okay?
Because Dickie, that's some heartless shit.
Timestamp that.
It's a strange way. It's a strange
be
way for
hearing
me
it
to
in
word
court.
it. Actually, I shouldn't word it that way. Not once have I killed someone.
Yeah, watch yourself.
Well,
Dick.
I can
This is
edit
getting
that bit out.
recorded.
Actually,
That
You
might
just
get
edit
snipped.
together.
that might
the
get
whole
snipped a
thing.
bit.
In my opinion, not once have I killed
Oh,
anyone.
yeah.
I wouldn't even know how
Well,
to.
hold on a minute. Let me just start looking up the domain for help, Dick, because
Well, from my perspective, the Jedi are evil.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Derails aside, I need to know.
Okay, recap. So the
Recap,
Okay,
bastards.
please.
recap.
We split the
Recap.
party last week with
Recap.
Baron
We did.
Debauch leading a bit of a Trojan horse type mission.
Baron
sneaking-
Debauch.
Baron
Dr.
Debauch. Oh my
Z.
god.
Oh,
With Dr. Z leading a. So we're leaving that in then, are we? Clearly.
but leaving it in.
Okay,
I like
that's
it a
not
lot.
getting edited out. Dr. Z leading a Trojan horse type expedition, sneaking Herodotus into Castle Zarg, under the eyes, under the very noses of the Craw guards, by taking over the brain of a Craw salesman.
Yes.
Ooh.
And at the same time, Cleo was leading the party on a bit more sort of selfie taking and checking out the water horse statue, and then eventually finding their
A
way
lovely time.
to the cantina
Yeah.
to have food and drink. Looking at the menu,
Good times.
ordering a round of drinks, just drinking their
Buying
drinks,
local as well, which
Mhm.
as well.
Smart.
trying out the local delicacy of
Fair trade.
Craw fuel,
direct.
and
Bomb the table.
delicious.
Bomb the fucking
Bomb.
table.
Fucking slimed
Slimed
bowl.
fucking table.
and
That
I mean,
seems a
long
little
story
fucking-
short, they were poisoned. Cleo, along
Yeah.
with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes, eight members of Clan Zarg were
He
all
said with a fucking pep in his step.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
poisoned.
We saw that dance.
Saw it.
They are right now lying on the ground, coughing up blood, kind of dying. When I say kind of dying, literally die, but we're all dying, aren't we? They're just dying a lot faster, significantly faster.
Why are you smiling so much about it, Dickie?
Well, I mean,
you're telling the story, but
Got a
you're
right beat from it.
smiling so much about this.
I'm just really excited about what I've got coming up for you guys in this next episode.
Wow.
Just, dear listener, just be happy.
I
that
know it's
we
too
who have
late,
to
but
deal
like
with him.
I'm gonna be so much more careful now.
What were you saying, Evan?
No, I'm just saying, like, dear listener, just be happy it's we who have to deal with him.
He's lulled
Now,
us
that
into
was
this
Evan
false sense of
asking
security.
for help at helpevan.org.
Yeah.
Helpevan.org.
Anyway,
If you
as
want
this
to-
was
if you
happening,
want to stop Dickie from
Herodotus
bullying
and
us,
Dr. Z had
go to
formed a plan.
helpevan.org.
Had formed a plan where they were going to place
He needs
strategic
it.
explosives around the inside of Zarg Castle. They were going to try
Smart
and
plan.
They're going to try and take out some of their anti-aircraft guns. They were going to try and also place some explosives with a remote detonator on the Craw bank, because they discovered that thing that the Craw value the most in the castle is actually just all the credits that they've got stowed in their lockup. They don't have a particular attachment to the castle other than a strategic point to keep Clan Zarg out. And it was a good plan. But then they realized that Cleo was dying. They found out what kind of poison it was and realized they only had a matter of minutes, in fact.
Yeah.
And the plan changed. So Herodotus taken off to one of the towers to gain control over one of the anti-aircraft guns and start taking away some more defenses of the castle so that their ships that are waiting in close orbit can actually enter the atmosphere safely.
Did some rocket power shit.
He did some rocket power shit, and he's already taken a pot shot at some of the scattering Craw.
Killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Already got some tallies on the
He
old.
blew some of them up with the
Blew
first of
2
one
of
of his
them up.
explosives. He's also planted explosives on the door of the castle and blown that out.
He's done this before, you can tell.
Yeah, the old days of covert combat.
Dr. Z's explosives that he planted on another tower have ripped that tower off its axes, sending all the Craw who were atop it flying. And Herodotus is now in control, at least for now, on one of the guns. There's 2 guns on each tower, so there's another gun up above him as well. But he has planted some strategic bombs sort of around the spiral ramp up above him in case anything starts coming down towards him. So he's in a relatively secured location.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Dr. Z found his way to the Craw chemists. He placed some bombs kind of lazily at the entrance of the bank.
I threw them.
Threw them in the general direction of the bank.
Yeah.
He missed, but they are just outside, and they're there, if you need an extra distraction or something. But more
now it's
importantly,
dangerous to get there.
he abandoned
Don't walk in front of the bank.
the Craw salesman and instead possessed the Craw chemist, who he has arranged to grab as much antidote to the poison as he can get. And he's just flying that Craw body at top speed towards the cantina where he presumes Cleo is at, considering that's where she said she was going to go. And also she's been poisoned, and it's sort of, Dr. Z might be an idiot, but he's not a fool.
Thank
Are
you.
you trying to act like there's more than one cantina, dude?
And then Dr. Z went to the wrong cantina, and Cleo died. No, there's just the one.
I'm just
Just a
scared.
little worried.
Okay?
Okay? Just, yeah.
I'm gonna be listening for each turn of phrase.
Yeah.
And of
now.
course, in all
My
the
ears are
chaos,
to your shit now, Dick.
Dr. Z had to leave behind the honey boy body.
I dropped
So
that
now,
shit.
Now he is very vulnerable to sort of latch onto the back of this Craw chemist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Okay.
And as all this happened, of course, in the sky above them, Trevor, the pilot, came down, riding his flying the Zarg battleship,
Oh, yeah.
being chased by a whole bunch of Craw fighter ships, which Herodotus had found out were on the way. Herodotus overheard that from the other side of the moon, they'd actually sent a sizable military force to deal with Clan Zarg, who apparently they had known were here all along.
Which we need to figure out how at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Someone let them know.
Someone fib.
Is
Or
there?
not fib, someone.
Someone fibbity fib.
Is there a mole?
There's a mole among us.
what if the
Yes, I've had
lady
it
told
checked
on
out.
us?
I think that's
They
too
said it was
obvious.
benign.
I think it's too obvious that I think there could be someone in Zarg.
No, it's gonna be somebody we like.
Oh, it'll be the guy who rolled a natural 20, who's called in the ship and was like, "Oh, I need your help. Everyone
Oh, you
come
mean
in."
Deldridge that I wouldn't let go to the bathroom and I made fun of his salad?
No, there was another one.
It was Norris.
it's
Norris.
him now.
Norris, the administrator.
Norris has got because he sprung the trap on the. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay, recap done.
Recap done. So
Wow.
we're going to come right into this. We're going to bring things. We're going to bring things
Are
up
we?
with Cleo. We need to keep an eye on how things are going here. So
We're gonna come right into this.
in the sky, a firefight is happening. Trevor, being one of the foremost pilots in the known galaxy, he can do things that many pilots can't. He's of First Near, and they are some of the best pilots in the galaxy. And he's giving these fighter ships a real run for their money. He's looping around. He's doing barrel rolls and other good tricks. His shields, however, are taking a bit of a battering, and he's not really able to fire back particularly well because he's the only one manning this ship. So he's taking the occasional sort of flip around pot shot at the others, but he can't actually get in the turrets and aim behind him because that's just how I've made starships work in this game, because otherwise you could just rely on AI and it wouldn't be any fun to play. But Trevor, he's getting fired upon by these 20 ships, and he's just sort of going around. He's taking sort of lowering jumps. He's got to stay out of range of the anti-aircraft guns, but the anti-aircraft guns are already training themselves onto Trevor.
Bloody hell!
And how is that training going down?
One being controlled by Herodotus, that's obviously not going to be doing that. And there's also the two, which currently are completely unmanned because that tower has been ripped out of its socket, perhaps. But that does still leave another 5 guns that are
5! Boomf!
But meanwhile, down on the ground, as all this is happening, we come back into the scene, and Cleo is sort of dropping in and out of sort of delirious, sort of almost like hallucinations now. Sometimes she coughs up, is it blood or is it sparkles? But
That's what they ask.
in between the craziness, she can see all these blaster fires. She can smell plasma against shield coming from the sky above. You can see the lights in the sky and gets, faint visions of Trevor performing evasive motions. And meanwhile, all around her, the few members of Clan Zarg who are recovering from the poison are starting to get things under control. There's Norris, who's the one who's completely unaffected by the poison, has been trying to sort of get everyone under control. They've been building fortifications from the tables. They've been placing some of them sort of further away and then rigging up some of Cleo's explosives on them, ready to blow the charges if anyone comes in around them. And meanwhile, as all this has been happening, Boris has been creeping around, and he has snuck right up to the restaurant, and he has managed to wedge a bomb under the door.
Oh,
Boris,
Boris.
MVP.
lad.
Boris.
And he's ducking low, behind all the tables, sort of the makeshift barricades that the sickened members of Clan Zarg have got in place to hide behind. He's ducking beneath them and creeping down, holding
my boy.
the detonator. Sort of going, Cleo, we will have vengeance.
Oh, I knew that was a good. I knew we should steal Boris.
Wait, Boris isn't killing himself, is he?
Wait, what?
He's not killing himself, no.
Oh, fuck. Okay, good. Jeez. About to say, Boris, lay off the dramatics a bit.
Boris, back away.
No,
Away from the
not,
bomb, Boris.
it's certainly not that time. Yeah, you're not at your last stand.
Okay,
great.
no,
Yeah.
good.
There
Okay,
was just
'cause it
something.
kinda
There was something in
feels
the
like it.
tone that made me tear up a little, and I was like,
Yeah.
Boris, are you?
Yeah, I felt like
No,
you turned it
it's
to 11
more that
immediately.
he thinks that Cleo's dead. He thinks that Cleo isn't going to survive this.
Oh,
And realistically, from the perspective of
stop.
She is not
Stop.
gonna.
from the perspective of all the
Stop.
survivors present here right now who
This
don't
is
know that Dr. Z is on the way, it kind of looks like
Really?
there's not much hope. In fact, in the time that has passed, they've all taken a further 2 points of damage from the poison,
Oh, Jesus.
Heal.
Okay.
Yeah.
which is kind of
Man,
we're
I really
talking
loved being. I
half
loved it when
health.
we were a comedy show, huh?
half health for most of them.
Nothing's funnier than
Two-thirds.
death.
2/3 health remaining for 2/3 health remaining for Cleo though, but
This
only
is the setup,
1/3.
though.
Only
This is the
1/3
setup for
health
the greatest
remaining
joke ever.
Jinx it
for
now.
Effie.
What if it isn't? What if Dick's just had enough?
He's had enough.
Yeah.
let's go back to Ralaran, kill off these fools.
Kill the bastards.
God damn.
We keep playing here, then Dick has to write the actual rulebook. Fuck
And
that. Just
in the meantime, let's as he is, you know, he is rushing as fast as he can to try and get there to help out. It's Dr. Z, and he's possessing the Craw chemist, using this chemist's innate telekinesis and its lightweight bird-like avian body to just shoot through the air head first, just down the hallways of Zarg Castle.
Yes.
yes.
I like the intensity with which you say down.
Crawling.
And
Down to town.
I'm gonna run this simple. I mean, are you doing anything else other than just like hot-footing it over?
Yeah, I'm just Russian. I mean, I'll probably try and be aware of my surroundings, but more so to make sure that I'm getting where I need to go. Upon arriving there, I'm aware that I am in a craw, so I do need to like telepathically reach out and let Clan Zarg know that I am Dr. Z.
Alrighty, so you're not quite in range to do the telepathy yet, but
Yeah,
you will get.
I want to load that one.
Yeah,
For when it's
you'll have
appropriate.
opportunity like when you are nearby to give them that warning, and also I guess that hope. So
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to
And
want
that, dear
give
listeners,
me
was a
give me
pro gamer move.
give me two d20s.
Thinking about it all week.
Let's have a perception roll, and then just a general basically a speed roll, like how well you're running, how well you're flying.
No, I buggered that up. I've only rolled a 7 and a 5.
I rolled 2 for fun.
Yeah, I was looking at Taylor's and I saw the natural one. I was like, oh shit! But actually, that's all right. That one,
You stay
that one
away
is
from me with your dirty ones.
non-canonical.
So now you
Unfortunately.
know if I was running, it would be like that.
Unfortunately, neither a 7 nor a 5 is a passing roll. I mean, obviously, rolling a 5 doesn't make you unable to actually move. You're still getting your way down, and you
The chemist is just not an athlete.
And during this sort of this period of time that I'm going to call like a turn before I move over
Very
to
specific.
Herodotus,
A chunk of time.
you manage to make your way all the way to the exploded gate. And actually, without coming across anyone, it seems as though there aren't any soldiers down here on this ground level. It looks like everyone is moving up in the towers and on the higher sections. I mean, initially it was obviously to watch the slaughtering of Clan Zarg, but now it's also to deal with manning these anti-aircraft guns and working out what's going on. However, you have not been paying a very good attention. You only rolled a 7 on that perception thing, and as you are on your way out, you're about to sort of burst out and fly over the moat. You don't notice that some of the craw who scattered after Herry shot at them are actually sort of hovering just up above the ground, just out of sight outside the gate. And they're about to dive bomb their way back in. But that's what you don't see.
Okay.
Ooh.
And yeah. So during this same time period, let's move over to Herodotus, because he's the one who's actually going to have to fight this fight.
This is where the action is. Yeah. Just like in 72 in Nicaragua. Spicy times.
Evan's face after saying that is just like, what am I saying?
Who am I? What's happening to me?
The listener just hears a very confident man.
Helpevan.org.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm in the anti-aircraft gun still. I've just taken a pot shot at those fuckers in the air. I should roll perception first. I want to see if I hear anyone coming down, if I can hear flapping of wing or whatever.
I like this idea.
All right, so we're gonna start with a little.
Just a d20.
Oh god damn it!
Oh, it's a failure, but only just.
Oh fuck!
What? It's a fucking shame.
So you don't
fucking shank.
get like a massive, but I mean you are, like you're gonna hear like someone like literally like running down the stairs up above you at the very least, whether or not you succeed in your perception, because you are very aware of like voices and people up there.
I'm hopped up on combat stimulants.
So yeah, you don't have to worry too much. You're relatively sure they're not stealthing their way down to you at the minute.
All right.
But you do see
That's what I don't see.
up above.
I know your style, Dickie. I know your style.
I usually don't actually tell the players what they don't see, but
No, but somehow For some
this
reason,
circumstance-
now you're doing that. I wonder why. Are you
Well, it's
fucking with
because
us, Dickie?
the one thing
trust you
that
for two
the thing that that Z can't see, Herodotus can see very clearly.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
But also above you, the gun is aiming its way at Trevor, ready to take a shot.
Okay. So Herodotus takes out his communicator thing, and gets the fucking doc on the horn.
Doctor, do you come in, doctor?
Answer me.
I don't have my body on
he
me.
doesn't have it.
Oh, my God.
You
I
just
didn't
hear a
even
flat
think
line.
of that, but yeah, Z's radio is in the Honey Boy.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Shit. Oh no, this is like a choice. I hate choices.
But could you call like someone else that does have a communicator?
Yes, but they still won't be able to get in contact with Z to
Yeah.
tell him that he's about to run into a trap.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait,
But how close?
now it's a
maybe
trap
if
all
we
of a
know.
sudden?
Oh my god, dude.
Well, it's not
What if?
not necessarily a trap, but they are waiting outside the gate, you know?
How long till the doctor gets himself to the gate? Like, are we talking seconds? Like, of course we're talking seconds, but are we talking more than a turn? Is it going to be their sort of next turn?
So it's not going to be until his next turn, yeah. So we're gonna sort of do this chunk of time with you. So like basically sort of like in continuity ways, he is still not quite at the gate. He's running his way there.
I feel you.
Because we're jumping back in time a little bit to allow what you're doing to happen.
Okay.
But Evan can see them.
Evan can see them. And he
can.
obviously knows that you're going to be coming out somewhere to try and administer this antidote. It's a pretty simple 1-in-1 equation.
Where's the honey boy? Just out of curiosity.
I dropped it.
So he left it by the
so that thing doesn't
just
like, follow
outside
you around, or
just outside the exploded tower, sort of in the hallway. Is where he left it.
shit.
Because I
See,
needed
like-
to
see,
get
like, I
there
wanna-
fast, so I dropped the body.
Yeah. I want to do the obviously heroic thing, right? Of saving the doctor. But one, he is in a free body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't
Raw
necessarily. Sorry, not Cree. That's something else.
Yeah, he might be able to
Yes,
talk his way out of it. You know,
yeah, like they don't necessarily know that he is the doctor.
And you don't
Yeah.
know where I am right now either.
I can't see you.
But you don't know that I'm racing towards those two that you can see. So for you, you just see two guards standing there, and you see a spaceship coming in that you know is yours.
Oh, okay, fucking okay. So then all the difficulty of this fucking situation just got resolved.
I mean, I want you to save me.
Aiming
but
for the safe. Well, I obviously I have no motivation to do
Yeah.
that since I don't know
I
that.
think
Thank
if you don't know though. So
I think
I'm gonna be
Herodotus would have a good idea that Z is going to pop out there, though, because you know what Z is doing. You know that he's getting the antidote and running out. You don't know how he's doing it because he abandoned his radio.
See?
But
see how he pulls us back in, people. See how he does it.
but
We
you
find
do
ourselves
know
a little odd, and he just like nah. It's gonna be painful. for
like you do know that Dr. Z is going to need a clear path from the castle to Cleo, basically. You know
Shit.
that information is
Fine.
available to you.
Yeah, fine. Right? Like last turn, I managed to take the tower, get in the gun, and shoot those motherfuckers in the same turn. Right?
Yes. Yeah, because that's why I'm calling them chunks rather than turns.
Right.
I'll let you potentially have a few turns during this chunk.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can potentially do both of these things, but of course, as soon as you use
That's
your
a much
first
higher
turn,
risk.
the people above you are probably going to use their turn as well.
Fuck. This is a hard choice, though.
it is.
You
I
know what?
believe in you.
I'm just gonna think about it strategically. The doctor has a relatively good chance of getting past these people since they don't know that it is him, no more than I know that it is him. So hopefully he can just fucking shimmy his way through that shit. Because if the boat goes down, we all go down. So I'm making a
Right.
strategic choice. The doc needs a clear path, but subterfuge might be the better part of valor here.
I agree.
Yeah.
So after having contemplated this for the very
You're not
short
going to take
span
Dick's
of-
bait.
I'm not gonna. I'm sorry, doctor. For sympathetic reasons, I wish I could.
You're in the army now, mate.
Yep. Harry, with sort of a single tear running down his cheek, looks away from the doctor as he disappears in towards like the prescient enemies, and he aims his gun up, taking aim at the pursuers in the sky above. Dun, 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 and the music swells.
So you aiming like directly up at the gun and the higher up in the tower to you, or you?
Yes. I just lean the gun straight back, so I have a clear shot at the gun above. I'm gonna try and take that out, and if I have time for another shot, I'm gonna try and get some of the pursuers as well.
Alrighty, I like it. Roll me. Just use your great cannon blaster.
I like to imagine that as you're leaning back in the chair, you've got your mechanic foot. You kick it, like activate something. Like the metal clunk of your foot interacting with the tech of the gun.
I mean, this is a big gun. This is, as big a gun as probably Herodotus has ever operated.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Wow.
I mean, obviously you've never been to Saturn V.
Low gravity.
Well,
You can have very large guns.
all I can say is the atmosphere is fantastic.
I'm just having like flash forwards, like flashes of like you guys somehow winning this entire thing and then taking one of these guns and mounting it on Reese.
Yay!
Keep that thought in mind. We may need Cleo and Boris to do that.
Filing it away.
Yeah.
I mean, there are 8 of them, How many does a castle need?
None.
Well, it doesn't even matter.
Anyway.
Oh. Totally forgot that.
Grey Dragon
Let's
Blaster.
do it! Okay, 15.
Yes!
And not even as just a 15, that's a natural 20.
What? Oh, we got, am I that bad at aiming? I'm -5. I keep forgetting how bad this
You are
character
that
is.
bad at aiming?
You just did a natural 20. Let's put the fanfare music on.
Doing, 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 doing.
This is where RuPaul comes and says, let the music play.
Make it work.
Shakira.
Make it work, girl.
Trusting Dr. Z to take on his part of the mission with his usual thorough, surgical-like precision, Herodotus leaves that to him and instead deals with the gun that is already now turning and aiming and ready to fire on Trevor, who's already struggling to deal with the 20 fighters on his tail. Even one shot from this cannon could spell the end. But Herodotus pulls back the gun that he's
the wrong old man.
Yeah, that he's in control of, aiming it directly up at the cannon above him.
Oh, can I have a cool thing to say?
You better have a cool thing to say.
Yes.
Go forth and multiply.
And with that, he pushes down.
Go fuck yourself.
Pushes down
the little subtitle text at the bottom of the screen.
on the trigger. And this thing really kicks as packs up punch. The gun goes, the whole gun itself actually sort of moves. It's got like a piston in it. Just to handle the recoil of this plasma blast. It fires directly upward. It doesn't even have to travel that far. We're talking like 20 meters up before it just impacts with the cannon above.
Can we all just take a moment to just appreciate how awesome Dick's narration is? This is so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Go on, Dickie. Sorry, I was really feeling that.
And Herodotus, from his vantage point, can see that cannon is ripped from its where it's bolted to the floor, and it just sort of, you can see it flipping up. You can hear tearing noises as it just pulls itself out of its sockets and flies backwards into the tower, smashing and crashing and flipping about in there, just totally. I mean, there are screams and panicked wails and a few feathers drifting out into the air as all the claw up there are just being ripped apart by this cannon flying. Because it just got hit by this anti-aircraft gun that can sort of shoot, into the lower atmosphere.
Bugger.
Or the upper atmosphere, rather. And from basically what amounts to point blank range. And quite a lot of energy has just been suddenly released. But unfortunately, they're inside the walls of a heavily armored castle. So that thing is just bouncing about and smashing about, ripping them apart. Rubble is just sort of like raining down onto Herodotus. There's just dust and feathers and, some sticky black stuff that probably is like, burnt blood.
Ooh.
And as the dust settles, there are just pained moans from above. As though maybe there is one or two survivors for the minute.
That was
Nah.
so good. That was needed as well. Congrats.
Yeah. Oh, that was-
Congrats on that
was-
nat 20.
That was. Ooh, that felt very good.
Ugh.
I'm happy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, okay, so it's my turn now.
No.
technically.
Hold on.
Wait,
Hold on. I need
wait.
a minute. I need a minute. I need a cigarette.
He leans back and blows the end of the gun.
Oh.
Hot. Like, you lean forward, stroking the shaft of the gun.
Yeah.
Like you're saddled over it.
Oh, he remembers his time in the air service and just starts singing, "Reunite, we feel so good."
I'm about it.
Reunited was we understood.
Incidentally, the damage that gun did just then was 9 is what is that? That's
A shit ton.
22 is 44 points of damage done
BUGGA.
to that gun.
Holy
Wow.
hell. And if you combine all the collateral done on I don't know, the semi-civilians, I do feel a little bad about that.
There's a
I
bit
don't.
of splash damage going on there as well. You're not sure yet how many people were up there,
I also
but
don't feel bad.
they all took somewhere in the vicinity of at least 10 points of damage. Some of them
Wish I
significantly
could
more.
feel bad, but instead I'm bleeding on the floor in front of my kids.
Coughing up your inside.
Okay, fine. Rain on my parade, Jesus. So, okay, am
I
I
even paid real money for a castle from your store.
I bought
Anyway,
locally
from
to support
above.
this thriving economy.
From above,
son of a bitch?
Herodotus can hear someone. There's like a grunt and sort of a clattering sound as though someone's like trying to get something that's pinning them to the ground off them. It's like, please! Oh, hell!
Oh, bloody ruddy hell.
Okay, so Herodotus, I need to have a look and see how the situation is with the flyboys first.
The flyboys like the ships or the ones who
Yeah.
are ready to
Like-
pounce on the entrance.
No. No. I'm still gonna go with the doctor can prognatize this shit is good.
Got this.
Yeah. So you're going to assume that up above you is just that is dealt with now.
No. That's why I want to try and see what's going on up above, with the.
I
with the
see
flyboys.
those flyboys. Yeah.
Yes.
Everything at the moment is a flyboy, really, isn't it?
That's true.
There's a species of flying creatures, and then some of them are in flying machines.
Yeah.
But Trevor's kind of got that under control. I mean, as much in control as someone who's just constantly evading is in control.
Okay. Yeah, but his situation hasn't kind of improved much. All right, the person above is not going anywhere. Can I get Trevor on the communicator?
Absolutely, yeah. He's easily within range with his ship.
Trevor, this is Captain Herodotus Arthurion Mendleroth III, BCE, common, over.
Oh, Harry, it's good to hear your voice. I'm a little bit of trouble here. I gather that was you in the tower. I don't suppose you can give me some cover here. I'm trying to get down and save Cleo.
Yes, take yourself across my proverbial bow, and I shall fend off your pursuers.
Oh, sounds good to me. All right, I'll bring them to you. You take out who you can.
I take them all.
All right, I'm gonna roll some piloting for Trevor.
Give him the old
God.
1-2. 1-2 jab.
Harry is it, y'all.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
Shit.
Oh no!
Oh crap!
Dickie, why did
It's
you do
it's not
me?
good when Dickie is happy. Shit's not.
Okay, so for those who cannot see the dice roll in front of us, I've just rolled a natural 1. Why is everything a 1 or a 20 at the moment?
Why do you get to roll for our things that we should
Hey,
roll?
Trevor's-
Yeah, redo.
yeah, that-
redo.
Trevor's under my control.
That's stupid.
But we
Okay,
love
that's
him the
unfortunate. I'm gonna
most.
have to roll a D100 here and just see how bad he's fucked up. But
course. Well,
fuck,
here
he's gonna
comes the
crash into my
98.
goddamn tower.
42.
42. Okay, manageable.
This could be a lot worse. You know, this isn't crash into the tower and kill Herodotus level just yet, at least.
Well, go on,
Man.
Dickie.
Oh, you cannot
Do
catch a
what
break.
you-
So
Do
BUGGA.
what you gotta do.
BUGGA.
Trevor, who's been sort of spiraling and ducking around, trying to avoid trying to avoid the shots from these from the 20 ships on his tail, and he's been doing a pretty good job. But at this point, he's got to take a risk, in order to line them up for Herry. He's got to put himself in a little bit more danger.
Way to blame the helper. Jesus.
He's been using his chaotic flying and like his stunt trick, his ability to like cut the engines to slow down and then rotate and then fire them off again. The way he flies is unlike anything the Claw have ever had to deal with before.
Ooh, okay.
Good.
But now he's got to effectively signpost his route because he's stopping with the chaos and coming and sort of ducking down to try and force them all to line themselves up towards Herry. And because of that, he's no longer evading quite so well.
No.
And all 20 ships, get a shot lined up and make their rolls.
Are you
Why
fucking
would
kidding me?
you do that?
Come on, Dan. You
20
know exactly
ships?
what.
I mean, it'd be enough to be like, hey,
No.
A
You
bunch
know
of them.
Don't this is pretend outrage, people. You know exactly why. He is dark at the core.
Okay, what do we got here?
Just evil. Just pure evil.
We've got 3 natural 20s,
There you go.
but 2
Whoa.
natural 1s.
Okay.
did they kill the natural 20s?
Please, Nicky.
I mean, we have to do these in order of how I rolled them. So actually, 2 of the natural 1s
Oh,
do.
I see. Now
The natural 1s do come before the natural 20s. Yeah, that's feasible.
Maybe they shoot them down.
So we've got a 1, a 16, a 15, a 5, another 1, an 8, a 20, a 14, a 20, a 6, an 8, a 7, a 16, a 3, 12, a 7, an 11, a 20, a 10, and a 2. So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And one
6,
trip to
7, 8.
Badamaroo.
We've got 8 hits
partridge in a pear tree.
and 12 misses. But the very first shot of these 20 is a natural 1, and I've just rolled a 93 on the percentile.
So then
for
everybody
badness.
gets -10 morale drop.
Mm-hmm. And they die.
And that first shot is, although it's completely off base for hitting Trevor, it is actually pretty on point for hitting the 3 nearest companions to himself, who all,
Whoa.
instead of taking their shots, have to scatter.
The natural 20 shots?
Unfortunately, it's a 16, a 15, and a 5. One of them was going to miss anyway. 2 of them were going to hit, though, and they have to dive out of the way. Which takes us immediately to another natural 1. Let's roll the D100 on that, too.
Oh, this is good news first and bad news second.
Yeah.
99!
Whoa.
On. Wow.
Spectacular.
Okay, if I've rolled a natural 1 and a natural 99, I'm going to have to say that this is going to hit the D20s.
Oh my
There's no
God.
way for it, isn't there? Like, yes! Okay, so one crawl takes a shot, sending their own fighter ships scattering as they're fired upon. Another crawl takes a shot, and it actually strikes 3 of their ships, dealing
A lot of damage.
That's
7 points of damage to each of them, sending them spiraling off their course and destroying their near-perfect aim. So those
All
3
right.
D20s have been taken out of the equation. They've all also taken damage. Then we've got the 8. They take a shot and miss. The 14 takes a shot, and this time they hit. Dealing 13 points of damage to the shields of Trevor's ship.
Oh,
So minus
that's
13.
nothing.
It's okay. He's still got 17 points left on his shield.
Oh, dude. I thought we were like looking at the end of the world here.
So now we've got if
Just a
these
little
D20s had all hit.
I mean,
It
this
might
is
have
just
been.
one turn, though, isn't it?
Then we've got another
Don't tell
3
me.
crawl take their shots, narrowly missing the spiraling form of Trevor's ship. But then we've got the 16, which is also going to be a hit. Dealing 10 more points of damage, almost destroying the shields now.
Oof. Okay.
Then
No,
we've
no,
got
we're good.
another one misses, shortly followed by another hit.
Fuck.
Dealing 14 points of damage and eliminating, entirely destroying Trevor's shields. Trevor is flying shieldless now. Then we've got another miss. Then another hit, dealing some damage.
But what does it all mean, Basil?
There's just carnage in the skies right now. 10 points of damage to the ship.
How much can the ship take?
It can take 100 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
But
Nothing.
But that is to completely blow it up and kill everyone inside. It will be disabled potentially long before sustaining the full 100 points of damage.
Okay. Piss on my parade some more, why don't you? I was doing
So anyway, then we've got 2 more misses. Amazingly. There was 20 attacks I just rolled.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
And Trevor,
Bloody hippies.
he's taking fire. There's this smoke rising. There's bits of armoring from the ship flying off. The shield is completely destroyed. But with you can almost see him through the thing. He flies so close to the tower. Like,
All yours, Harry.
Oh, the scene.
as he flies off to the side, suddenly revealing behind him these 20 ships all flying directly at Harry, who has just got them dead to rights. He's got them right in the sides. They didn't even know that Harry was there in this thing yet. They weren't ready for it, and now Harry's got them lined up. And I'm gonna say that you're not rolling with your -5 for your next attack here because you have got the drop on them.
Oh God. Can someone else do it? I can't do it.
No. You rolled 20. You got it. You got this. You got
I
this.
can't do this.
You have to.
Do I get advantage?
You do, yeah. That's why you're rolling just a normal 20.
I rolled.
I can't watch.
Oh.
-1?
That's all right. That's including your -5. You've actually rolled a 4,
Oh no.
Okay.
which is still a miss.
Fuck.
And he blasts this thing once again. It's just the pistons going as this giant just beam of plasma fires out of the gun directly at all 20 of these ships, which they are surprised, but somehow the shot is just not perfect enough and they scatter. The beam just sort of sailing off into the sky, leaving them all behind, sort of flying off to the sides. They're all completely sort of knocked off their path, however, and are no longer in direct pursuit of Trevor.
Like marbles in a toilet.
Some poor space fisherman, like way out in the boon, is just like
Sitting on an asteroid. Fish line.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how
Just
far
out
does that
here
thing
doing my
fly?
mining.
Pretty damn far. It's,
It's like a
I
beam
love
of
my
plasma. There's
peaceful
no
little
stuff in there.
home. Nothing going on.
all that's left is 2 arms
Ain't
holding
life just like
holding
that
a fishing
sometimes?
line
Oh my God.
with charred off, burnt to a crisp stumps.
Yay.
Okay, well, I think we need to check back in on Cleo.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, as Dr. Z has not yet arrived with the antidote, you all take a further 2 points of damage.
Oh no.
Cool. Cool.
And
Cool.
it's at this point,
Quell.
everyone is like a little bit, like just wrecked, woozy, coughing blood, unable to really look at anything. But everyone is groaning and sort of shifting their weight and stuff.
Understood.
Except for Effie, who's not moving at all.
Oh, Chloe, I'm so sorry.
Did you just...
Completely
kill?
still on the ground, having taken 7 points of damage. The total of her hit points. Total.
Wait, Effie's dead.
She's not dead yet,
Down.
but she is sitting on 0 hit points. She is totally unconscious.
Well, that's before. the
And
fight.
Norris is freaking out. From what Cleo can tell, Norris is sort of like, Effie, someone help her! Oh. He's like looking around. He's going into shock now himself as he's looking around. He's seeing that like the majority of them are like dying here. Bunch of them
Fucking Game of Thrones shit. This.
and Effie herself is literally like on the verge of death. Like as far as anyone without medical knowledge, she might as well be dead.
Look, everybody, it's Dick R.R. Martin.
But there are a few members of Clan Zarg who are completely uninjured. One of them is Deldridge,
Daldridge.
who's he's actually, I don't know if we mentioned this, but he's Trevor's brother, and he has been like trying to look after his wife Gamara, who is one of the poisoned. But seeing that everything's happening, he's like, "You can't. I'm just gonna leave you. I'm just gonna." And he leaves Gamara propped up against one of the makeshift barricades and rushes to Effie's aid, attempting to do some makeshift resuscitation.
What's my status? Am I just like I'm not able to do anything?
So you can muster up the power to talk or to sort of like rearrange yourself, even drag yourself along the ground, but you can't really make any meaningful like sort of skill checks or anything.
How's she on the
Really?
phones?
Oh my gosh, I rolled a 17.
On what?
Daldridge's attempts to
okay.
resuscitate
Okay.
Effie.
Well,
When you see a
yeah.
ghost DM roll
Yeah,
just show
exactly.
up,
Just-
you
do you
just
wanna
think,
maybe-
what now?
Yeah, do you want to maybe let us know what's going on?
That's what I said it
I
immediately
know,
before
we're
I rolled
we're
it.
freaking out. We're
There's a
freaking-
lot on the line at the moment, Dickie, so we need everything signposted,
Fucking
please.
be a little gentle.
And there's a cough as Effie, still, like unconscious, but breathing again as she coughs up more blood and is there sort of, in Daldridge's arms,
Great job, Deldridge.
breathing,
Well, at least.
kept alive perhaps for a little longer,
Woo.
By the power of love.
stabilized as it were, although of course she is still stricken with a deadly poison that doesn't stop working just because you're on 0 hit points. So,
Deldridge, you don't.
dangerous times. Is Cleo gonna attempt anything other than sort of just
yeah.
groaning
Yeah.
and rolling? I mean,
Yeah, Cleo, are you gonna do something about
I wouldn't blame you at all or judge you if that was the choice you made was to.
Could
to
I
sort of
try
like-
something?
No, just to sort of like groan and
it? Like, not be a big baby about it.
and shift your weight.
Fucking,
Well, what if I want to
Goose.
try something? I'm gonna describe it, and you tell me if it's conceivable or not.
inconceivable.
I would like to pull a wire
Uh-oh.
off of my utility belt and maybe shock Effie.
You could try. I mean, she has already been like resuscitated.
This might just send her back.
Her heart is beating at the minute.
You're just thinking like, why not pepper up? a
We
little,
are
you know?
people of the bang.
I mean, are you hoping that the electricity might shock the poison out of her system?
Do you feel
Well-
like it's authentic to Cleo's character that we're actually discussing this?
I do feel like there are sometimes chemical changes that can happen when electricity is applied to them.
Power of optimism.
I mean,
people.
an explosives expert would know this intimately.
They would, and she would know that, and I would know that.
So if you do shock her to death, she might forgive you.
Well, okay, maybe I shouldn't do it
The
because of how
audacity
low.
of hope, baby. Barack Obama.
It's exactly what he would have done.
Yeah. Audacity of hope. That's what it's all about. Shocking stuff.
Oh fuck. Okay, well, I feel like I have to do it for him.
Yes, we can. Do you think?
I mean, you could test like sort of as a
Cleo.
proof of concept. You could electrocute. Cleo could electrocute herself first to see if that
Done.
neutralizes the poison.
Done. I'm gonna electrocute
she can
myself.
take it. She's not like not on 0 hit points.
That's
Okay,
see,
I'm gonna do that.
that's very peak her.
That's
it is.
crazy.
Because you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. What should I
It's
roll?
not as
Build
crazy.
Okay, so
Explosives? Still in
before
the
you even are able to attempt this, I'm going to need a durability roll just to see if you're even able to find the strength in your body to perform this action. Okay, well, you've rolled a 12, so yes.
Yes,
you,
I have.
Oh, it would have been so funny.
This was
going to
be like one of my my fail safes to to try and stop you from killing Effie, was like force you to roll to see if you can even try it. Okay, so anyway, let's continue.
Oh no,
Build explosive.
it's turning it around again.
So you've rolled another 12 there as well, which technically is a successful roll, which in the context of this means that you successfully
Electrocute myself.
plug the wire into your own skin and sort of push the charge button, sending the that small amount of energy that would normally be used to jumpstart a bomb into exploding directly into your body.
Phenomenal.
And I'm gonna need you to roll a d6 to see how much damage this does. Oh my god, that's 6 points of damage.
All right.
How many hit points does Cleo have again in total?
Shit.
Is it 15 or 16? Hold on.
It's
I
15.
gotta zoom in.
And she's taken
Yeah.
13 so far.
Oh my god, did I just kill myself?
Not yet. No, 13 including the 6 that you just took electrocuting yourself.
Oh, okay.
Well, then it's not
Well-
a problem.
So just putting this out here, the next
Maybe
time we
don't
come
do
back
it?
round to you guys and deal poison damage, Cleo is going to slip into unconsciousness
All right. I just wanted to up the ante, you know?
That's fair. And I think you succeeded.
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
I did it.
You did your thing. Fuck it all.
I did my thing.
Yeah.
And
If this kind of
Oh, my
bullshit he's gonna
goodness.
pull, then we're just gonna play along. We're just gonna let him.
does
be a
it
bull.
benefit me in any
Just-
way?
I'm
what?
glad that that I found a way to talk you out of doing that to Effie,
Great.
because she
Yeah.
would have
Me
died.
too.
Yeah. Guilted, man.
So, all right. Next.
Cleo shocks herself, and immediately sort of like a lot of Clan Zarg are looking at her like, Cleo, what are you doing? Oh, God. Did it work? Does she look any better? Oh God, I don't think it worked. It was a good try, Cleo.
Well, it might have worked if you guys believed in magic.
Probably.
Like me and Evan.
And with that
Evan and
valiant attempt,
it's a Tinkerbell scenario. You
that
know?
valiant
It
attempt
failed
at
because they
denying
didn't
the sort
believe.
of denying the nature of reality and the fact that I do have some vague sense of consistent physics in this world. Let's move over to Dr. Z, who Dr. Z, unfortunately, with his perception roll last time, is
Yes.
not aware that he's about to rush out of the castle and straight into the line of sight of some well-armed Craw guards who are waiting out there. Are you going to do the exact same thing again, like roll those 2 d20s, like just perception and speed, or are you going to?
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like do I have time to roll those again, or I feel like I'm on a course, right? I'm just booking it.
Just shock yourself.
Yo, what I'm doing is I'm sort of having you roll these each time to determine how far you get. Like,
Okay.
I've got like a little basic pictogram here,
Oh, right.
how long it takes you to get there versus the damage they're taking, so we can have this race against time.
Okay, so another 2 d20s.
Yeah, give me that. But of course you also okay. So perception
7 and
not
12.
great, but speed very good. So Dr. Z, in this crawl body, oblivious to the people up above him, he's treating this as though he was a land-dwelling creature and just sort of flying like not that far up above the road. At a great speed as well. Like he's making real good time now. He's just rocketing through the town, not even aware of the guards behind him.
Is he literally making his way downtown?
I am.
He is literally
Flying
making his
fast.
way down this time. And
Faces
he's flying.
fast, and he's
flying well
Chloe
fast.
bound. Cleo bound.
Clear.
Dr. Z he's rocketing through this town, sort of going around and over buildings, and he's sort of halfway there when he gets up above and realizes halfway from not halfway there in total, halfway
Cleo
from the
should be
gate
praying.
to the location of Clan Zarg.
Yeah.
And he can actually see, once he sort of rises and gets himself up and gets a little bit of height up above the buildings, he can see their makeshift fortifications. He can see like a lot of them are there. There's like blood on their faces, with the keen eyesight of a craw. But also, as he gets himself up above the buildings, he realizes that directly behind him there are 2 craw who are flying at him rather quickly and menacingly. They've been following this whole time, and as they come up, holding their double-bladed energy staves,
Where do you think you're going? I had a call come in that these bloody Zarg moon campers haven't all been dealt with. I've got a fresh batch, and I've been working on this, and I don't want any of you others getting credit for my hard work.
all right then. Well, we'll have to escort you.
Well, yes, look, when we get there, I want you to take a vial from each of these, and you go jab every fucker you see with them.
All right, well, you're gonna have to share some of that credit then, mate.
No, none of the fucking credit. It's all mine. I've been doing the work. You can have 1 or 2, but only the little ones. The big ones are mine.
All right, but
Hey.
just I don't want to.
You don't want to what?
Can we maybe just fly up a little bit higher after we've given them the jab, and just I don't really want to be too intimate with the whole thing.
Talking about, you bloody scared.
What's wrong with you, you bloody maniac? You want to watch the life
Look,
go
if
out
you
their
don't want
eyes?
to do it with me, then I'll take all the credit. But otherwise, if you're in, then you're in.
Jesus.
God,
This is
bloody lunatic. Look,
Oh,
We'll
bloody.
escort you. You're in charge of the vials. I'm not getting my hands dirty here.
You take 3 each. You jab whoever you can seen wriggling around there. The weakest ones are the best. And then you can bloody fly off. But I'm telling everyone that you's a scaredy cat.
Well, I'm not entirely sure that they'll consider that a bad thing in the circumstances.
Oh, these guys are
I,
kind
for
of
one, will be staying and watching.
They're looking at you with like utter disgust in their eyes, a little bit unnerved by your sudden apparent readiness to kill and be intimately involved in the process.
I like it.
I've been working on these poisons a long time. Finally is my chance to shine.
There's almost like this sort of look in their eyes. They're like looking to one another as if there's something's clicking in their heads as they realize that maybe poisoning people is murder too. They are
Too late
not
now.
happily, but they are now escorting you back towards the Zarg people. Next turn, you're going to get yourself within range, definitely to telepathically get in contact with them. If you're succeeding your role, you'll get yourself there as well and be able to start attempting these antidotes. So,
All right.
this all depends on your roles, really. But
Whoa, cool.
Herodotus, from his vantage point, can actually see this. And, like, I don't know whether or not he'd know for sure that it's Dr. Z, but a lone, shirtless craw just sails out of the castle and is sort of quickly followed by the 2 guards. And then they're hovering up over the city. You can see a mid-air conversation take place.
Well, it seems lovely. I can't remember the last time I had a good conversation. Miseries of mercenary life. Now, back to the action.
So Herodotus looks around, and he is scanning for targets. But now I'm wondering.
So there are still 4 more armed and like being looked after anti-aircraft turrets, but they don't really have angles when Trevor is flying this low down by the castle.
Okay.
They don't have an angle on him just yet. But if you were to try and make any sort of retreat and like get too high in the air, they once again would have that angle available to them.
Right. Okay. All right. The officer training is kicking in, and so Herodotus, because I'm assuming I can't see. Do I have a straight line of sight to any of the other AA guns from where I am?
Yes, you do. So
Oh, I do. Okay.
yeah, because you're on the corner.
Yeah.
But like they're kind of pitched out, because the whole building is like this 4-pointed star kind of shape.
Okay.
You can aim at there's the destroyed or the partially destroyed tower, which still does have 2 functional guns on it, although firing them could have disastrous results, potentially just sending the tower flying off. We'll have to wait and see if anyone does that. But there are your other, to your right there's that one, to your left back corners of the castle there's 2 more guns there as well.
Okay. Herodotus gets on his communicator, and he's shouting,
Trevor, come in, Trevor.
Well, you didn't get any of them, but I've got an opening now. What should I be doing here?
Oh, well, that's a good question. I mean, in sort of a macro sense, what are we anyone's doing here? I suppose the pursuit of the imperial crown, panoply, and orders is sort of my way of asking that very same question. What are we doing here? What are we needing to be? Oh, you mean here now?
Well, I've got medical kits. I've got medical kits on the ship. If I can get down to them, I mean, tell me the doctor's alive. Where is he?
The doctor is prognosticating, I would say. It's uncertain. We must keep our own clear. You must not go down. It will be unfitting. Now, however, to my best recollection, the Grey Dragon stands by above, yes?
Yeah, Billy Boy's waiting there.
Very good. Now, I wish for you to drag off this offensive into orbit and then lure them into a Parthian trap, and then draw off so as to leave them suspended between your retreating action and them returning to this very battlefield. Is that understood?
I can give it a go.
Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Then-
Yes, sir.
Do your duty, man, and I shall do mine.
Okay, so Trevor, he's going to attempt to sort of abruptly, and he's going to sort of try and fly into the faces of these, some of at least, because they've scattered now, but the 20 fighter ships that were on his tail, needs to sort of like redraw their attention, fire on them, and try and get them to chase them up into the orbit, because there's a distinct possibility that that they will go for the injured party on the ground as well. So let's see how well he does.
Oh no. Fuck.
We got a 20, not a natural one. A most unnatural 20. But Trevor, the consummate pilot that he is, he turns the bird around and he wails it towards these 20 scattered ships. They're also looking for him. They start firing upon him, but he's in the zone. He's flying.
I'll do a barrel roll.
Well.
That's a neat trick.
Yeah, I made a barrel roll neat trick joke earlier, and no one laughed.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry.
Oh.
Doing barrel rolls and other neat tricks, I said.
Oh, okay.
But he's doing barrel rolls, but he's doing way cooler tricks than that as well. He's doing things where he cuts the power and then restarts one engine to do like immediate 180s and things like that. The old kind of trick,
Oh my god.
You got some real Tokyo drift going on here.
Tokyo drift.
The best one.
I mean, the first air pilots aren't renowned for their ability for nothing. There's certain things they can do that other pilots, even the top Imperial pilots just couldn't muster.
Brilliant.
And Trevor manages to sort of weave around. He even gets some of these ships to fire into themselves, into the shields of their own compatriots. And he manages to get them on his tail, all 20 of them, in fact, because I rolled a 20 there. So none of them are going to be coming to interfere with Cleo, which is probably for the best.
Yes!
As Trevor just rockets up into the upper atmosphere with the ships all on his tail. Unfortunately, as he is bringing himself up higher, he is attracting the vision of the 4 remaining anti-aircraft cannons. The 4 remaining anti-aircraft cannons who are all slowly turning and aiming, ready to fire. But Herodotus has got time. He's got time.
Okay. So here's what Herodotus is gonna do.
Hey, you up above there.
Yep.
Still alive?
I am for now, Herodotus. They're all following. I'm gonna take them.
No, not him. I meant the guy upstairs who was pinned.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Let's go back a step there.
Help!
Yeah. I repeat my question. You still alive?
I'm the only one. Yeah, please.
Do you wish to remain, sir?
Yes, sir.
Then pray to whatever gods you worship that you have the power of parley.
What do you want?
Absolute power.
Not really my department, but
Very well, then an unconditional surrender would do. Otherwise, I shall have to turn more of your friends into splatoons.
I surrender.
Not yourself, the fortress man. Can you get on the communications device with those anti-aircraft guns over there? Yes or no, boy? I don't have all day.
I can't reach it. I'm stuck underneath this cannon thing.
Very well. That leaves us a bit of a half-cocked situation, you see. I can't come rushing up there to help you with your excavation. Unless you can, within the next 3 heartbeats, call off whatever barrage these boys are about to unleash on mine, I shall have to rob you of some friends, I'm afraid.
Okay, I get that. It's like a pained howl as this craw attempts to summon all the telekinetic energy he has to lift the giant anti-aircraft gun that is presumably pinning some portions of his body. And I guess I'm just gonna roll.
Herodotus is the harsh bit.
Well, that's a 2.
Okay.
You hear sort of a grunt and then a crash as more debris and dust sort of drops down, as though something hugely heavy was lifted for a moment and then dropped again in a slightly different place. And the grunting and wails of pain rather suddenly and suspiciously goes silent.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I'll add that to the tally. Tally-ho!
Herodotus says as he sort of takes aim at the other cannons. Assuming it shouldn't be a very hard shot, seeing as they're stationary.
Yeah, I mean, and you've got a very big blaster here as well. So even a miss is going to be certainly a partial success.
All right.
That said, this isn't a miss. This is a 13.
Boom!
Ooh.
Now, I want you to roll a further 2d6.
Okay, Dickie. I can do
Because
that.
that's not quite the damage that these things do.
5 and 5.
Okay, that's
Oh.
20 points of damage on this thing.
20?
Now
Nice.
you've got two choices as to the towers of the guns to shoot. There's the bottom one and the top one.
It's a good question. It's a good question. If I shoot the top one, there's a chance that debris will fall down on the bottom one, I guess.
Yeah, and
Might
like
spo-
certainly
might-
gonna at
might
least
spoil
interfere
their
with their
aim.
aiming.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing that. Top
That's
one.
tactical.
We don't want it. Not just tactical, I'm tactical, baby.
Okay, I mean these
That
guns.
could be the episode title. Tactical.
These guns are not designed to be turned on one another, and as such, they're not designed to withstand blasts from one another. This gun, yeah, I mean, shielded though it may be, is just not ready for this. So Herodotus shoots. There's another pistons going as this great blast of energy goes flying directly into the anti-aircraft gun, and more importantly, into the entire section of the tower from which the anti-aircraft gun is controlled. And it's quite far away. So all Herodotus can really see is sort of like the energy flying out, and then it's just sort of a poof, almost anticlimactic as the gun sort of just droops off to one side, and there's just sort of smoke and rubble and dust and rocks sort of just go poof, flying out from the sort of the window section where the anti-aircraft gun is mounted, and a few drifting feathers perhaps on the wind. As that gun is certainly not doing any firing on Trevor. However, the gun beneath seems to be taking aim, and although there is just rubble and dust falling and they probably are firing blindly, they take the shot.
Shit. Oh, Herodotus tries to call out.
Evasive maneuvers, Commander. Evasive maneuvers.
I'm trying, I'm ready. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Trevor is prepped and primed. He's flying directly upwards, but ready to try and take evasive maneuvers as the first anti-aircraft gun goes off. I rolled a 3.
Oh boy.
This is the one who was blinded by the falling rubble. So we've got that same, you know, that concussive force. There's the piston as this beam of plasma just fires off blindly into exactly where Trevor had been a moment before. It's blasting off and vanishing off into the upper atmosphere. Trevor barely having to take any sort of evasive maneuvers whatsoever. That's one. As in quick succession, the two on the other tower, their view completely unobstructed, take their shots. On the first shot, I rolled a 21.
Oh.
Trevor attempts to roll out of the way.
Okay.
But I've got to beat a 21 here.
Right. Of course you do.
I rolled a 19. It's so damn close.
Oh, no,
But,
it's not good enough. Damn it, Trevor.
I'm sorry, but Trevor is gonna take some damage here.
Trevor forever!
You see what happened when Herodotus fired this thing? It does a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
A lot of
16 points of damage.
That's a lot of
This big anti-aircraft gun, it just fires and it lands a direct shot right into the back of Trevor's ship. You can see there's smoke and things. There's bits of ship falling off. The ship's sort of waggling in the air.
It's
But-
a lot of damage.
But it still seems to be going where Trevor pilots it as the other gun goes off. The final gun, I might say. Oh, and that's a natural 1.
Good.
Okay. Okay.
Because that D100.
58.
How bad is it, mate?
He's not gonna be knocking out the fighter escorts.
I hope that tonight when I go to sleep, I'm going to dream of this because it's epic.
Oh, so many ups and downs.
Very much so.
Oh my god.
I was just thinking that there's because the ship is called the Herodotus, right? And
Mhm.
Trevor is flying up. Is there like flak fire just hitting the ship, and it's just all that's left of the paint job? It just says Hero.
That's pretty cool.
You know,
that is pretty cool.
There's like
Oh my god, you know it does. I don't care
Trevor's,
what anybody
Trevor's
says. To
flying
me, it
up.
does.
He's trying to like save that. He's got 20 ships on his tail. He's trying to save them from attacking Cleo and the rest of the gang. And as the fire hits the ship and bits of paint tear off, it just leaves Herodotus, and then a flashbang later, Hero.
Oh,
As he
Hero.
flies up.
Hero.
Anyway.
Nice.
He does, in fact, hit one of the fighters from his own side. This is a case of friendly fire, where this big cannon fires and completely misses Trevor, who's still just bobbing and weaving about. He cuts his power and sort of like stops for a brief moment, and one of the unfortunate 4 fighter ships ends up flying into the path, and just gets really pummeled by this thing.
Yes.
I like that.
Hero.
Okay, it is knocked out of the air. This
Hero.
Hero!
it gets blasted. It kind of falls apart. It doesn't explode, but like its propulsion just stops as it just starts turning overhead.
It's a lot of G's.
Sailing down. It looks like it's just going to crash land somewhere in the forest, and you see in the distance the thing sort of an ejection port pops out, and a craw floating with its own telekinetic powers just sort of hovering there in the sky, like panting as its ship is taken out of the fight.
Shoot it. Skeet shoot.
And it's
Duck hunt.
it's once again. Let's stay in this scene just for a little longer in this chunk. It's once again Trevor's turn, and he is still trying to avoid the further 19 things on his tail while getting up into orbit to basically spring a trap there. Billy Boy's gonna pop out and try and slow this whole thing down. Got a 13, successful.
Ooh, Billy boy.
He's still at the moment able to keep himself out of the range of their guns as he just shoots off. Now out of sight of everyone as he vanishes up into the upper atmosphere, up above the clouds, up above, sort of squinting into the sun. You can't really see him anymore, and the other ships follow, leaving a much quieter scene around us here. Herodotus left there now looking at these guns, one of which no longer has a target in Trevor and is turning to face the turret that he is in.
Okay. Okay. So there's only one turning towards me. Do I have the
There's
drop
only
on
one.
him?
There's only one that can as well, because you destroyed the one above. The other tower that's adjacent to you is wrecked by the explosives, and then the other 2 guns are actually on the diagonal from you, so you can't shoot at them. They can't shoot at you.
All right. So I'm just wondering what to do now. You know what? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna put my cannon, like aim it at them. Then I'm gonna get the fuck out of the cannon.
All right.
Right? And then I'm gonna like press the trigger and then fucking book it.
I like it.
Because it doesn't really matter if I knock them out or not. Because if I knock them out, I'm still gonna go over there looking for survivors. So I give myself, because I need someone to fucking surrender. Set it and forget it. Bam, and then rocket
Shake and
skates. Rocket skates down.
Run and
the
gun.
All right. Well, give me like a Grey Dragon Blaster attempt here for. Let's see how well this shot is lined up.
Yeah. Oh shit.
That is a 0 roll.
Oh
Wait,
fuck.
what?
Because you rolled a 5 and then it's a -5.
Oh well. Yeah. Oh fuck. Okay. Doesn't matter. It's alright.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's fine. And I'm booking it down the ramp.
Okay, so you don't even really see, but you do not hear an impact. This is just sort of as though it's just fired off. You know, just sort of flying, narrowly missing the tower altogether, and just vanishing off the cliff, way off across the Zarg
Maybe
somewhere.
imagine another space fisherman is just like, sorry, old man. And as he ramps down the ramp, and then coming to well, I'm kind of waiting for them to shoot back, I guess.
Yeah, you sort of vanish, like racing down the ramp. They do exactly that. They take their shot.
Shoot your shot, B. Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot.
And I've rolled a 13 there, which
Oh.
in this sort of circumstance of firing at a stationary target like that is 100% a success. So it's probably good that you got yourself out of there.
Look at you doing your brain thing.
Doing a smart thing.
Doing your smart. Making us smart. Doing us good boy. Good boy, you.
Making us smear.
You
That
did
would've-
smart.
That would have done 12 points of damage to Herodotus then, but he doesn't have to take any. As
Nice.
he books it out of there, the cannon above, there's as this blast gets inside the armored tower and it sort of like reverberates around. There's like a real smell of just burning. There's little pops and bangs as some of the electronics around the gun are almost certainly being just blown up and melted and destroyed. And sort of rubble and dirt and dust all falling down on you, obscuring your view for a moment. But you do get out of dodge.
As he's on his way down towards the door, Harry sort of, I should have brought the bomb.
That was your last bomb, wasn't it? You might have to deal with this other tower.
He pulls out his service blaster and is just like, I'll have to do this the old way.
Alright, so Herodotus has got a little bit of a trip in his future. But speaking of trips,
Trippy, man.
Dr. Z is still in the middle of his trip towards Cleo and the others. But let's check in on them so that I can deal some damage.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Dr. Z has not yet made his way there. And so we're doing another 2 points of damage to each of these people.
Oh, that's so...
They've all taken 9 points now. And Cleo has taken 15 because she electrocuted herself.
Well, at least I'm gonna die the way I came into the game.
Cleo, just really like losing it. Like it's going cloudy now. She gets the briefest image of a panicked looking Boris coming over and sort of trying to help prop her up on one of these barricades. Cleo, as he drifts completely out of consciousness, sitting on 0 hit points, very near death.
Oh
poisoned.
My God, listeners!
Completely unaware of what is happening around her. And we move to Dr. Z.
Wait, everybody, if you're out there listening to this right now, please reach through space and time.
Yes.
And go to helpevan.org.
In this moment. Go to helpevan.org. Helpus.org.
Evan wants his friend Cleo to live.
We need to just put a PayPal button on HelpEvan. Helpevan.org, and it's just a PayPal button with a picture of Cleo, but it's one of those like really like dramatic airbrush collages that you put on a t-shirt of a dead person.
Oh, God.
Helpevan.org. If you want Cleo to live.
Helpevan.org.
So,
I love that.
As we can't see what's happening now where Cleo is, let's go back to Dr. Z. Now, in the air, he can see what's happening. He can even make out the fuzzy form of Cleo lying completely still on the ground, with the two other Craw coming with to help administer the grisly task of poisoning Clan Zarg.
Poison them all.
So give me these two rolls.
14 and 12.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, dice.
So you are going to make it all the way there, and you are going to be completely aware of anything happening sort of around you, like extra attacks or anything. But sort of at the halfway point, like as you get into telepathic range of Clan Zarg, what are you gonna do?
Well, first I want to talk to the chemist.
Okay.
What do I need to tell these two? How do we administer this anti-venom?
Oh, it's not too hard. You just gotta get it into the veins.
So just directly into the veins.
Directly into the veins. If they got any medical training, they should do it easy. But if
And
they
how
don't,
much?
it's a vial. I got these things rigged up in single serves. They should be right for a humanoid. Maybe if you want, you might try 2 if someone's big.
Wonder who that is.
Flying in, I'll reach out telepathically and try and, as like a cone, but just to the Zargians and to Boris. I want to say, I'm here with the antidote. I'm controlling these 3.
Play dead.
Just allow the anti-venom to be administered. Yeah, play dead is probably a good thing.
They have been deceived.
You hear some of the voices of coming back in your mind. It's like chaos because they're all trying to reply. All the ones who are relatively healthy. Just get to my sister. But Effie hasn't been moving. Cleo, stop moving as well.
And then I want to reach out to Boris specifically and say, Boris,
In my head. Yes, Doctor.
Boris, I'm coming in with 3 Craw that I have under control who would be administering the anti-venom. Once that is done and the vials are on the ground and they're unsuspecting, kill them all.
I'll do it, Doctor. Don't worry, Doctor. I can make it happen.
All right.
Boris is a ride or die.
Yeah, Boris is ride or die.
Yeah, man.
Like when we poached Boris from the airport.
Yeah. And Boris came easy.
Boris did not really fight it.
Yeah.
Boris was ready. Boris left his life.
Yeah.
Did
His
not
whole
really
operation.
fight it.
Oh, we need to reward Boris hard after this.
Boris is gonna
Yeah.
be
Pat on the
like
head. Definitely.
Yeah. I'll talk to the other Craw now.
There they are. You ready?
Yeah, buddy. I guess I'm ready, but oh man.
Administer it to the veins. Just jab one. Just get a few in, and then you can take off.
All right. You know, I it's for the cause. You know, we gotta protect the clutch.
Yeah, we gotta protect the clutch.
Okay, so as the 3 of you fly in, you come into a scene
Really sweet.
of
I'm starting
all
to
of
feel bad
Clan
now.
Zarg, including the ones who
Nah,
aren't
I'm good.
particularly stricken by the poison, are just sort of lying there, lifelessly playing dead.
Call out to them.
There they are. You get in there. You shank them with the.
As you get in there, your trained medical eye can immediately see which ones are really, which ones are faking it, basically, and which ones are on the verge of death. So
That's a Dr. Z application, instant triage.
Cleo,
Yeah.
Cleo is dying. Cleo really needs immediate medical attention.
Yeah, I'll go straight to Cleo though.
You've also got Sasha, Zach, Gamara,
Yeah.
Tiz, Elvine,
I mean, it's
Manny.
like I'm definitely going to get to everyone, but main thing is get down, put the vial on the box of vials on the ground, and then race towards Cleo.
All right, so yeah, they're all very, very bad shape as well. They're very close to if they're given immediate medical attention, they will be in the same state as Cleo within the minute. Effie looks like she's dead.
Looks like to me that she's dead.
As far as you can tell, as a trained doctor and telepath, it looks like she's dead.
And do I see people trying to do CPR to her?
No. Right next to her, Deldridge is there. It looks like he's sort of been there, sort of like propping her against the wall, but he's now playing dead.
This is tricky because, like, if you go do something like that, like, if you allow them to do CPR to her, then the other Craw are going to be like, what the fuck?
Well, no,
But-
because the other Craw think they're poisoning everyone, so they're
Well, yeah, but, like, you can't be seen to support
Yeah,
a resuscitation event.
exactly.
But what if... So, what kind of resuscitation event is necessary? Like, is this specifically a respiratory resuscitation, or is this, like, a heart thing? Because if it's a heart thing, you're a jellyfish, and jellyfish shock.
Got such a beef for electricity today.
I mean, just a like you could literally just go like, I try to use the antidote, I try to use a medical kit. You know, you could just do both of those things.
These
and
are
if you
things, but
succeeded
I-
on both of them, then you're
I have to say though,
you know?
I really feel like I would go straight for Cleo though. If you're just the way you've described it is that I think Effie is dead,
Right.
and I see Cleo as dying.
Yeah.
Then triage is that I'm going to focus my efforts best where they
On
have
who's
the
not
highest
dead.
chance of
Basically,
survival.
you've got 3 points of energy to use.
But
this
also
turn.
with the nepotism filter.
Yeah, okay, no. So if I've got 3 points of energy, first point, Cleo.
All right. So as you approach in, the Craw they sort of spread out and they're like looking and they sort of go off to the sides, looking at random members of Clan Zarg clutching their antidotes. But I think let's do the Cleo roll first, yeah.
Do it. Do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh wait, I got to roll.
Do it.
Oh my god.
Do it.
Oh, there's so
Do
much
it.
pressure.
So
Do
just
it.
give me a
Dan,
medical
Dan,
kit roll. 'cause
Dan,
this is
Dan,
this is
Dan,
medicine that you're doing here.
Dan.
17.
Dan, 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 Dan.
17.
Dr. Z comes in with the vial of antivenom. It's not even antivenom, it's the antidote to this poison.
Yeah, it is.
And he immediately finds a major vein on Cleo's neck. He plunges that thing in and he depresses the little button.
Yeah.
The little button boy.
The little button boy, using a taloned claw hand. And it empties the payload into Cleo's bloodstream.
Right in there, mate.
And immediately, the antidote begins taking effect. It's actually like a nano-based technology, and it's just swimming through Cleo's blood, finding and attacking the poison, stripping it from her body. Cleo, completely unconscious as she is having dreams of falling into a volcano, of just burning head to toe as these nanobites are just burning through her bloodstream,
Relatable.
trying to destroy. She actually sort of goes into convulsions on the ground. But there's the red color to her eyes and stuff, and the weird, frothy, drooling, pallid lips seem to sort of begin to recover themselves. As it looks as though the antidote is working, although Cleo is still sitting there at 0 hit points.
Okay.
And in a very bad way.
Do I have a
in terms
medical
of
kit?
her body. I'm going to say that this chemist has brought medical kits on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his job. He knew that he's got to save your friends, or tentacle
I'm
in
torturing
the eye.
him.
Or
tending
you're
him
going
on
to
the eye.
touch his
Torturous death.
eyeball.
So, but I know that Cleo is now healed of the poison, but is still unconscious.
Yes, so she will die if left untreated for too long.
Oh, okay. Well then,
But she will not die this turn.
she won't die
Great.
this turn. No, we need
Okay.
Cleo back in the game. Also, it's not as fun with Cleo's poisoned and lying on the ground. So I will, second
You
action.
didn't like you didn't like that extra shock that I did to myself?
Yeah. Feel like if you didn't do that, we wouldn't be
I mean,
here.
you could try and if you manage to get Cleo up and active again, you could always give her some of the antidotes.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah. So
Tap
I'll
a helper. Tap a helper.
Yeah, I'll medical kit Cleo. So roll that.
Yeah, just roll it. Just roll
18.
it. And that's healing 7 points as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah.
So Cleo is back on 7 health, and Cleo just letting out a noise, still feeling that burning, horrible sensation, head to toe. Eyes shoot open. She sits up. She's full of energy. She is back to her old Cleo self as the poison is being burned out of her body. It hurts, but it's gone.
And then, so yeah, I'll telepathically talk to Cleo then, I guess. And
Yeah, you better before
Yeah.
I
Cleo.
jump the hell
Cleo,
up.
it's me.
See?
Yes, Cleo, I'm here.
See?
Cleo, I hope you don't mind, but you look horrible. Like
Thank you,
way
baby.
worse. Way worse than normal horrible. This is a new standard of bad.
Well, I wasn't born. I was born tonight, but not last night.
Cleo, I have the antidote here. Who needs it?
Effie.
Effie.
Oh, the seriousness of that.
And then I'll
I mean,
let
that would have been one of the last things Cleo was aware of before she went unconscious as well. Is that Effie's dying.
and then I'll let Cleo know about my plan with Boris, and I'll point out the box of antidotes on the ground, and I'll take one over to Effie with my last action.
Alrighty,
And,
give me that medical roll.
Dan is the man.
21.
What the hell? It's time.
Fucking
for good
hell! These are the
rolls.
best
Okay,
time to
okay.
get some
Yeah,
good
the
rolls.
good
So-
rolls.
You get that in there, and you can see like her body is not convulsing the same way Cleo did. There's just like twitches, but it's much more visible because she's not covered in fur at least. Her skin, you can sort of see like all her veins like bulging, like going kind of like a really visible blue-green color as she gets like very veiny and tight and sort of just shaking on the ground as the antidote is doing its thing, destroying the poison in her. But you still, telepathically speaking, you're getting very like just no murmur of life. Like she is for all intents and purposes, she has died here. But you could still attempt some sort of medical roll, just not you, because
I'm out.
turns over.
Turns over. Cleo, you're gonna have to save Effie.
But before Cleo can do anything, I'm going to have to roll perception for these two Craw guards as to whether or not they notice the giant bear sit upright.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Whew. Okay, well, at least we're there. There's antidote.
You've saved Cleo.
For now.
Pretty
Until
good.
she shocks herself again.
I learned my lesson. What the hell is this 28? Oh, 10 and
As
8.
an
There's two
18.
separate rolls, but I have rolled an
Okay.
18 there, and one of these Craw, like getting ready to. They've crept over to Trevor B, ready to inject the antidote into his body, and then they see Cleo sit up, and they're like, "Watch out!" and charge at her
Whoa.
with their energy.
Oh, I thought
Boris,
Energy
now's
stuff.
a good time.
Yeah,
sacrifice yourself.
No dramatics. We just...
That's what we want, Boris. That's what the doctor wants.
That's what the
Sacrifice
doctor
yourself
wanted.
for the cause.
The only way to make Cleo love you.
this Craw warrior abandons the antidote and charges at Cleo, looking like he's ready to try and protect you, Dan, the chemist, from this giant raging beast that's just roared back into life. Charging, but he doesn't see what is coming just from one side. There seems to be someone who's been sort of lying in wait, not really playing dead properly, but hiding behind one of the makeshift barricades.
No.
Okay, listen to me. This is not great.
Okay.
What you've done here.
It is Boris, by the way, and
my
I've
God,
rolled
this
a
is-
natural 1.
To be fair, this is the most Boris shit ever, though. He's trying so hard.
is
and it's
doing
just
his
best.
It's completely not it.
Boris
He's gonna kill
flips the
himself.
table, using it as like a giant shield and running to tackle this Craw.
Okay, great job, Boris. Thanks.
Boris.
I can't believe a
You
natural
can see
one.
on the underside of this
Boris.
table, he has strapped an explosive device to it.
Okay. And he's gonna hurt us all. Yeah! Horatio comes in and puts his sunglasses down and screams.
Oh, Boris.
I can't help but laugh at this point.
Charging at that Craw with
Okay.
this makeshift explosive battering ram,
With a fucking bomb attached to it. Cool.
but he misses
Yeah, he does.
and he stumbles.
Oh.
And he starts going head over tit over this table. As he flips over it, the table flips over him. And the bomb, mercifully out of reach of the injured, poisoned Zargians on the ground, but also, unfortunately, out of reach of the Craw warrior. The bomb
Who
explodes.
is like, what the fuck?
And it deals.
It's just...
Only 6 points of damage to Boris.
Oh, my God.
Not only does he embarrass
That-
himself,
he-
confuse
he-
the enemy, but he hurts himself too.
Oh god, Boris goes flying away across the room, smashing into the wall of the restaurant, taking 6 points of damage,
Fuck.
but taking less than 10 points of damage. Was the important thing to take away from this, as he's kind of burnt and mangled and bloody, his t-shirt and hat ruined,
Oh no. How
but he
sad.
is alive and he is breathing.
Okay.
Wow.
And
he is
everyone
still
freezes
ready to
because
fight.
they're like, what the fuck? What a great distraction, though.
Yeah. And these two Craw, like, so both looking at that. What's going on? They're not dead! Back up! And they are looking to make a run for it because they now believe that this whole thing is a trap. They can suddenly see that there's these blinking red lights, there's explosive mounted to all these tables. Yeah, some of the people from Clan Zarg are like, sort of popping up and opening their eyes because there's been an explosion right by them.
Yeah.
And both of these two Craw turn and run. What is Cleo going to do? What is Cleo going to do?
How close am I to these two Craw?
So one of them is actually quite close because he was flying through the air at you before
Okay.
Boris failed to explode
Okay,
him.
I definitely want to do something. And it is bear claws because I want to pop up like a Halloween like haunted house Dracula and just like pop up from the dead and just grab him.
Alrighty.
Nice.
And I rolled a 17.
Yeah, that's very successful. It's a shame about the damage there, but
That's true. But I'll take the 17 because Lord knows, ain't been a whole lot of those in my neck of the woods.
you get up and you grapple the escaping craw. Like bear claws just sort of tearing into its body. There's feathers flying, there's blood flying. It takes 2 points of damage and is pinned from the escape.
Cool.
Okay, it's Dr. Z's turn again, but not before we deal some poison damage.
Uh-oh.
What? Okay. Well, I don't know about this.
Effie is dead.
What?
What?
I didn't save Effie?
You
That's it. I'm eating a potato chip.
you did cure the poison, but you did not cure the fact that she was sitting on negative.
So I
Negative
should have used a
4.
medical kit instead of a poison kit.
Well, she still would be sitting at -2 at this point then, but yeah, she's
Leo, I'm so sorry.
she's taking another 2 points and sitting there at -4, she is dead, irrevocably so.
Can I get advantage from watching that?
I mean, we'll wait till your turn, but I mean, we got to have some bear rage going on here.
But
I
let me
would go as far as
just
saying
say
that, like,
that's where the insanity boost
yeah,
kicks.
the other entity inside you might be coming out to play here.
This is it, y'all. Bear Zerker
I
time.
feel so
Oh,
bad. I'm so sorry.
I'm
But it
really...
didn't sound like you could really do anything about it.
No, I mean, I did everything I could, but I still feel bad that I didn't, like, roll a
Oh.
net 20 or
You
something.
could have,
or, like,
you could have potentially, like, you know, like left Cleo to
With,
potentially
the
suffer the
love
same
of her
fate.
life.
I mean, you had to choose, you know.
And you
Gotta
chose to
say-
fail, Dan.
I immediately turn my thoughts inward to the chemist.
So Effie is dead, but you've got another problem here as well because none of the craw actually managed to get to inject any of the antidotes. All the other poison members of Clan Zarg are all dropping out of consciousness now at this point too.
Stop it!
Wait. Okay.
You.
Any of them
got it.
dead yet, or are they all just unconscious?
They're all sitting on 0. They've got no health left.
How many of them are there?
There are 7 of them.
And how many action points have I got?
3.
And how many of the Zarg... Oh, okay, I'll do it roleplay, but first I'm going to turn my attention inwards. That's 1.
Please. I did everything that I could. You know I did.
I will push that tentacle in further in the eyeball.
We can still save the others.
I can still save the others. And, yeah.
Oh, make him suffer, Dan.
Yeah, I'm going to push that
Oh.
tentacle into the eyeball.
Oh God, yes.
And,
And this is one of those awkward moments as a doctor where you've got time to do 3,
yeah.
but you've got 7.
Mm-hmm. Who
So,
who are
for
the
reference-
ones that are like if I'm triaging it, who are the ones that the same thing isn't going to happen?
So they're all in a pretty similar situation now. I mean, in terms of the numbers, you know, RPG wise, they're all in the exact same situation right now.
I'm going to call out to the Zargs. Who has a steady hand? I can't get to everyone. Who can
that's smart.
administer?
Immediately, Norris and Deldridge are just there. They're like, yes. And one of the twins as well. And you can see like she's covered in blood, but it looks as though it's actually not hers. It's probably the blood of her twin sister who
I hand them the
Oh, this is painful.
anti-venoms, and I say, directly into the bloodstream.
Now you're gonna be good because they're gonna get it done.
I can only get to 3. Who do you want me to go to first?
Oh, you get who needs going. I'll get my
probably
sister.
fair enough. I shouldn't ask people to fucking choose.
Trish the
Yeah.
twin. Trish the twin. She's going to take her sister's life into her hands,
Okay.
into her own hands. And Deldridge, he's not even answering. He's rushed straight to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 teenage children who have been quite disinterested. You know, most of your interactions with them until now. They're just like there on the ground, broken, tear filled. You know, next to their dying mother,
All right, I'll go right
just
there.
on
then.
their knees.
I mean, you can't do that to me and have me ignore that. I'll go straight there.
Alrighty,
No,
so
throw them a shot and make them do it.
you're personally going to start with Gamara then?
I mean, yeah, you can't tell me that there are crying children on the ground around their mother, and I'm not going to do that.
Alrighty,
This is
give me the
army.
roll.
Throw them a shot and make them do it. Buck up. There's one person that's not going to get hit.
That's a nat 20.
Hey. Okay, well, thank goodness.
Because what if you killed
I'm gonna
their
say
mom
that,
while they were there?
That you get that
3 healing.
that level 3 healing as well as a
Yeah.
bonus effect here.
Thank you.
So Gamara, who was on -1, she's injected. She starts shaking and spasming, like veins protruding once again, gasping and sort of eyes fluttering as the nanobots do their work, destroying the poison in her body. But also seems like, like fighting off the venom. It's as though she wasn't quite as bad as she was. Her body is regenerating naturally a little bit from this point, and she actually coughing up a last splatter of blood. You see her eyes focus as though she's back in the game.
Okay, well then, immediately turn around. I'll leave her. Look after your mother.
Yes. Thank you.
And then survey the land again.
All right, so you've got Sasha, one of the twins, already, like, her twin sister is about to administer something to her. There's Zach, the engineer, who you know, is one of the ones unconscious.
Mm-hmm. And the other birds are just flying off now.
Yeah, they are running, aside from the one that Cleo has got in a bear hug.
Running.
I'm going to eat that motherfucker.
So one of them is fleeing, and one of them is, like, frantically clawing away, trying to escape from Cleo, who is pretty damn enraged right now.
I'm so fucking upset that I have to, like, choose which ones are going to die.
But you don't, though. There's only going to be one left that won't have been served by a vaccination.
Dark time. Oh my god.
Right?
Vaccination.
That makes it even worse. But no, I mean, you also got to bear in mind that these other conscious Zargians could potentially.
Can't they have 3 energies?
Yeah, exactly. They've got 3 energies
All
as
right,
well.
okay,
So
well,
then
I'll go for-
everyone should
yeah.
get covered.
They're just not as good at medicine, so like they might fuck up.
Okay, well then I wonder, do I go for Zach or do I go for the craw that's fleeing and try and
Go.
get the last craw?
Why would you do that?
So I don't want them coming back. Oh fuck it, they've got to cut. It gives us.
too late.
They've got time.
They
Okay,
know
yeah,
they know where
they
you
know.
are. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
there's those 20 fighter ships that might be coming for you any bloody second. You know, like it's.
Yeah, go for Zach.
Alrighty, give me the roll.
24. Oh goddamn, so glad. So happy.
Oh, successful.
Yes.
Okay, Zach. Again, still unconscious, but
Feeling
saved.
it.
Saved from the poison.
I guess before end the turn, just reach out to everyone, be like, when they're brought back, that's just the poison done. We still need to get everyone back on their feet. You know.
That was only your second one, so you got one more.
Oh, still got one more.
Yeah. You've taken so long agonizing over it. You
I know,
haven't
right,
actually
okay.
rescued anyone. Because you saved Gamara, and now you've saved Zach.
Boris
you
isn't
can
close to
still-
dying, is he?
No, Boris is
Not
fine. Like,
Boris is
Boris,
unless he keeps hurting himself.
Yeah.
Boris
Boris is just embarrassed.
Stop. Boris, please
he's
stop punching
kind of
yourself.
blown himself up a little bit, but he didn't blow himself to bits.
Can you
All
repeat
right, well
that
then, yeah, I'll just go for another one. You choose who.
All right, so let's just work our way down the list, hey? Let's
Yeah.
just be dispassionate. Hazel's taken care of. Effie's doesn't need any help. Tez,
Yeah, okay. Rush over to Tez. Ah, fuck, I rolled an 8.
you've rolled an 8. That's unfortunate. So, Tez, you inject this in, but you can already tell that something's not going right. Like the nanobots haven't properly gotten themselves all into the bloodstream. There's like a little bit of like a sort of a thrashing, but like not the same thing. And it looks as though you really have not actually defeated this very dangerous and very lethal poison. I'm going to immediately just jump into all my turns
Yeah.
because we need to get some rolls happening. Deldridge running over to Hazel and giving this a go. I've rolled a 12.
Okay.
Deldridge just injects that thing and just, again, like thrashing about, the veins rising. It looks as though Hazel has been cured of the poison. Deldridge then, looking over is like, did that work? Like, over to you and where you're with Tez. It's like, does she need another one?
Yes.
And he, without even without even second thinking, he just grabs another one of these things, doing the exact same thing as on a natural 20.
Oh my god. Deldridge, you can piss whenever you want, mate. Fucking yes.
I'll help you. I'll hold it.
Backlaw.
Where Dr.
Just
Z's
saying, mate.
Dr. Z's attempt just didn't
Just
seem
an
to quite
idea.
land. This time, Tez properly shakes it, and her eyes shoot open, focusing. She, much like Gamara, seems to be not only safe from the poison, but like jolted back into consciousness. Her body sort of fighting it back itself, as well as the nanobots, looking in an all right condition. And on a roll, Deldridge just moves over to Elvine, the nearest unconscious Zargian,
Yeah.
and goes for one more of these. Oh, Deldridge, you on a roll.
Oh, Deldridge.
You got an 18?
Oh,
Nice.
Deli.
Dele.
Once again, you see the
Deli.
Shush.
you see the shaking, the thrashing, the raised veins as Elvine is seemingly completely cured of the poison, although still unconscious. One of the twins, she's run over to her sister. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. And I'm gonna roll. She stabs it into her neck, depressing the button. I've rolled an 11. That is a success. I mean, that was the moment when it got real, when we had like family members like freaking out over one another, wasn't it? And
Oh, you have killed Effie. Let's not forget.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's not pretend like you're not a monster.
And also,
Like,
there are still
Oh.
20 ships circling Trevor in the sky. We still have a fucking whole
Let's not
clutch of
pretend.
things
Hey,
on the other side of the
Little
moon.
steps, bro. Little
are-
steps.
there's another
We are not
gleeful
okay.
moment
We
where
are not
okay.
okay. We are not okay.
a poisoned member is rescued. She's still unconscious, but she's not poisoned. And let's just go on to Norris, because like he is already there at Trevor B, who is the only person now at risk of dying. And let's just roll a d20.
Let's just.
Oh my goodness.
A 20.
These guys are
Nice.
good.
Jesus.
Norris,
Clan Zarg.
you got it.
We can never get rid of them now. We have to be with them forever.
Norris gets in there to Trevor B, gets it in there, and Trevor B is, again, like, just spasming about. His eyes shoot open, gasping for breaths. His eyes focusing as he's, like, woozily coming back into consciousness. Again, like, not in the greatest way, but, hey, you know, could be worse.
Could be French.
You wouldn't want that.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
want that.
Unless he was white. Oh, women.
I mean, yeah, this is like a small victory, but we are still not out of that frying pan.
Yeah, and also,
No.
Vicky, this dick,
Did you
That's
see
me.
my craw poison?
we are not okay.
Yeah.
We are not okay.
Okay.
No, out of the woods, most of Clan Zarg, but one of them is gone. Harris, tearfully stumbling along, he's holding one of the antidotes. He sees Effie, he stabs it into her veins, and there is just no motion at all. He's just like, you can do it, Effie, Dr. Z, you can still save her, you can. And she's limp, dead weight in his arms as he looks up into the sky and just howls, like a howl of pain that, yeah, only a parent losing their child before it was time can howl.
Oh my god. Jesus.
And it's during this howl, this explosive howl, that we go back into Cleo's turn, and she has one of the perpetrators in her bear claws.
Oh no! We're gonna go dark.
And I'm just going to roll a D100 here, just to determine the proportion of Cleo
Crazy?
deCap versus Ursine bear that is really in control of this situation.
That's a great point.
I think you should roll it, in fact.
Okay.
So
Well,
the
we'll see
bigger
how this
the bigger
goes.
the number, the more bear.
Oh,
Okay.
We're gonna go for percentage of bear versus percentage of Cleo. Okay, so 7% bear, 93% Cleo.
Cold.
So this is going to be
charge.
pure, whatever rage you're feeling here. This is going to be a pure role play rage. This isn't going to be you've not lost control. You are
You are not getting off easy.
coldly centered
So whatever
and
happens
control.
next is all me.
Yes.
yeah.
I'm gonna roll another bear claws. Unless you think I should roll something else, I would like to eat the crawl.
Yeah. Just roll bear claws. But
Fuck.
Dude.
Holy shit.
And
you
I
joking?
rolled a 24.
Are you
Fuck.
alrighty, you've got this thing in your claws. You're just tearing into it, but now you're also biting at it.
Yeah, I'm eating it.
You deal a further 5 points of damage. It's taken 7 so far. It's thrashing and squawking and howling and lashing out with its telekinesis, but you've got a firm grip on it, and you just start biting chunks of it. There's feathers, but there's also a lot of blood.
This is
warm,
some straight up like Hannibal
salty
Lecter shit.
blood as you're just
We ain't the
tearing
same
at it.
thing.
It's still alive as you begin to eat.
Like you're not,
Yeah.
because you're not lost control. Like you are in control of this. This is some Hannibal Lecter. You're looking
Yeah, I
him in the
chose
eye
it.
as you're devouring him.
I chose it.
This is fucked.
And you know what? I'm not gonna finish either. I'm gonna eat parts off and then let him go.
Oh, so
my
we're
So leave
aiming.
the
You've rolled
leg
a 24 on your
Terrible.
vehicle, so you are eating. You're basically eating the part of the body that you choose.
Is this the darkest universe?
It is.
Darkest. Hey, you know,
Look,
if he
here
died,
we are.
if he
Effie
got
died.
poisoned and died,
Yeah, I know. I'm still crying. I mean, I'm not.
I'm gonna eat one leg, but I'm gonna leave one.
chicken drumstick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need it to be able to travel. So I'm gonna leave one leg and then the opposite arm. But
So
the
you can still
opposite leg
travel,
and the
will ya?
opposite arm are going.
Nice.
And
Okay, well,
I'm gonna.
I can say safely that you are maiming this thing. You've just sort of got it pinned. You've rolled it over and started biting into its leg,
Yeah.
eating its flesh. It is not happy about the situation and is attempting a
Really?
strength roll to escape.
Well, let's
Strange.
see how that goes.
How very close-minded.
That's a 5. That's not beating your 24,
Nope.
oddly enough.
It's really not.
Hey
It's really
guys,
not.
it's
So
a
I'm
5.
just gonna continue eating, and I'm gonna whisper into its ear. Go back and tell your people it's dinner time.
So basically now you're at a point now where you, with the grip that you've got and the eat that you've got going on, you could kill it right now.
No.
But if you're choosing not to, I'm going to need a medical roll just to see whether or not you succeed in not making it bleed out.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Well, if it dies, it dies. But if it doesn't, it's a really cool kind of email, ain't it?
This is just so damn dark.
Oh my god.
Oh, well,
Ay, ay,
I've got good news and
ay.
bad news. Or if I just got 2 different kinds of bad news.
Oh no.
I've got
He
bad
dies.
news for 2 different people. Bad news for
All right.
Cleo.
All right.
She bites a little too hard and a little too deep, and
That's
this
fair.
thing is
That's
bleeding
fair.
out.
Throw it at them.
Bad news for the craw. Yeah, it's bleeding out.
Okay. So I have a question just in reference to what has happened.
Mhm.
He can't run away to tell his people. So that plan is over. But are the restaurant craws still in that little kitchen?
They're still in that little kitchen as far as you know, and Boris already did plant a bomb in the door.
Would it be possible for me to just quickly open the door and drop him in there and close the door again?
The door's locked from the outside. You'd have to blow it off using Boris's explosives or something like that, or try and tear it off with your claws. But
Am I still able to do this? I guess I only used.
you've only done your 1 attack, so you could still do some like normal
Okay,
movement type
I
stuff.
pictured myself near the kitchen because I was at the head of the table. Is that still
You're all within like 1 turn's running
cool?
distance from the place.
So I would like to utilize Boris's bomb to open the kitchen.
Well, Boris has got the little thingy. Are you gonna grab it off him, or just tell him to push
I
it?
have a master fuse.
Of course you do.
Let's be honest.
I mean, I'm willing to accept that as a thing. That sounds.
I override everybody. These is
I'm suddenly getting this like wild notion that you know how like the lights were flicking on in people's backpacks. That was like
Just
Cleo
Cleo.
with her little devices going, turning them on and then off again. Like, yeah, put the scare into them.
ding 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 ding.
Puppet master.
Mr.
You never know.
Sandman.
Do
Okay,
I roll
well,
a
yeah.
regular 20 or a build explosive for that?
You don't got to roll nothing. You and Effie built this explosive the other night.
Bam, 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 bam. Blow
It's
that door
it
off.
already exists. I just want you to roll 3d6
All right.
for damage.
So I got a 2, a 3, and a 2.
Damage.
It's 7. It's not enough. It's the same kind of explosion that didn't actually blow Boris quite apart, but it's enough to blow a door off.
Excellent. And they're in there, right?
So the door goes flying off. There's sort of smoke and so on, and just like these shuffles and whimpers from inside.
Excellent. Excellent. I would like to get into the doorway, and I would like to knock on the door frame. Excuse me, waiter. Waiter, I'm afraid there was a feather in my stew. And I'm gonna drop their guy on top of them.
Oh my god.
Gurgling as that craw warrior finally breathes its last and dies on the floor of the restaurant. There's like just gasping and sort of like scurrying back behind the counter somewhere.
Okay, so I think I used up all my energies, so...
Oh, yeah.
I think we need to go back to Herodotus.
Oh, man.
Can I ask, is Cleo gonna, like, now that there's just blood in her mouth, does that mean that Cleo's gonna have to roll that
Insanity
bear
again.
thing, sanity, more often, or?
I think each turn
Oh,
Yeah,
during this whole rage
I think
thing.
it is like a overtime thing, I would imagine.
Yeah.
We're just seeing what proportion of beer.
Because there's
is
just
beer
grief
instinct is in control here.
grief and misery and, like, anger
Yeah.
and everything. Like, there's a
Yeah, like-
lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, if she like turns
there's
around
blood.
and looks, she's still gonna see Harris there, like wailing and howling, cradling, poor dead Effie. So that catalyst
that's
hasn't
a
gone
fair
anywhere.
point.
Shit.
Herodotus,
Oh,
I
that's
guess,
gonna be fucking straight up.
is he
hard-on
blissfully unaware of
murder.
this or fearfully unaware of this because he doesn't know whether or not Z has got there to save Cleo? But let's go over to Herodotus, who's
Shit.
made his way down the tower.
I mean, the last
Yeah.
thing that Harry said to Z was, save the bear.
Oh my god.
Audience, Evan almost passed out.
Ah, man. I just, when a character just comes to life in front of you like that, it's so beautiful.
Isn't it?
So,
So Herodotus, made it down to the bottom of this tower.
Right.
Presumably, all is going to plan sort of in the upper atmosphere as Trevor is leading those 20 ships in a wild goose chase back towards where Billy Bob is in orbit, or Billy Boy rather.
Hero.
all right.
But what you gonna do here?
Shit.
It's gonna
All
take you a while to get to the other tower. It's probably the amount of time that you're doing that is probably when all of this stuff is happening with Cleo and Dr. Z.
All right. So here's the rationale going on in Herodotus' head, right? So he's looking around. He's like, okay, looks like the doctor got away clean. And there's one more operational anti-aircraft tower, except for the one leaning over there. There might be get some use to that at some point. He's looking out for the last tower, and he's sort of ready himself to jet along on the rocket skate as he gets on the comms and calls Cleo, over there, sit rep.
Would I be like able? I probably would because it's only 7% bear, right?
Yeah, at this point, you're still available to get on the comms, I guess.
I'm gonna just growl into mine.
How's it going?
We're cooking down here.
Sounds lovely. Save a bit for me. Glad you're feeling better. I guess the doctor came through. I'm off for the last tower. Wish me luck.
Godspeed, Harry.
Well said. Well, ta-da. So, should I roll for perception as I start approaching the...
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Give me the same thing we do with Dr. Z, actually. Give me two separate D20s, one for your perception, one for your speed.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, they're both not good rolls. We've got a 4 and a
Oh.
7.
Maybe Herodotus just is feeling pretty good about his actions so far. He's feeling pretty good about the results. He's taken out a bunch of guns. He's like done some badass like cannon shots.
Mhm.
Even had that like Mexican standoff kind of thing with the dude dying upstairs. So he's just kind of swooshing along, like. It's like the old club scene, eh? Just skating
So
along,
Herodotus.
just skating along.
Skating along through these halls. He's sort of like, I imagine he's just skating round the perimeter of the internal walled sections of the castle, just to go straight round to the other, to the far opposite tower,
Exactly.
on the opposite diagonal.
Soon I'll be there and I'll kill everyone. And those who I don't kill will surrender.
And he does not notice until he's directly upon them that he comes around a corner, almost bodily crashing into a craw.
Okay.
Single craw, wearing that same scaled armor, holding one of those double-bladed energy staves. And that craw is caught a little bit off balance as Herodotus just comes blindly round the corner, kind of singing and skating. And there's a moment where they lock eyes. And that craw, firing up its energy staff, one side, the other side. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I just saw General Grievous.
Herodotus just
Lights
But
up your
before this
baton.
fight even gets underway, someone comes over the comms to all of you, and it's Billy Boy from the Grey Dragon.
I don't know what's going on down there, but it sounds as though the whole poison thing has become less of an issue. I hope you all made it. This is one thing, my friends. Well, there's something fishy going on the far side of the moon.
what? Fuck you,
Okay.
Dickie. Fuck you.
I was about to be like,
Imperial crafts. Lots of them. I can't even count them, but we're talking a full Imperial armada has just descended on Zarg Moon. And, well, they're hailing me. I don't know, do you want me to put them through, or do we maintain radio silence?
Wait, this is going to all of us.
Going to all of you.
I feel like
Well, everyone except Z, actually, because Z does not have his radio.
fuck what I think then.
Although I would like to hear what you think as a player.
No, as a player, I do think
well, the last that they knew, we were like doing this for them.
this castle seems to have importance because whoever seems to own the car, like, why would you keep it with a token force? There must be some kind of legal reason for having it, for having the moon. Like, having this castle must, like, be that point of power. I don't know. It makes no sense because the back of the moon has got like 50 million crore or something like that.
Well, I
But
think
it's like,
I think that the castle is important because it's important to Clan Zarg.
okay.
And like, if Clan Zarg
Why is
are
there an
there in that
imperial-
castle, they will fight to keep that castle, and that's
So
that's
this is
something
like
Crawl
the
don't
Hobbit
want.
then. We need to get just the token force of dwarves into the mountain.
It's exactly like the Hobbit.
Okay. And we're just going to watch a battle. We're just going to watch a war take place outside the walls and just try and be like, we're good in here.
Until we get the gold sickness.
Fuck off.
But
Yeah.
yes,
And then
Billy Boy asking you, like, the Imperial Armada is flagging the Grey Dragon on the radio.
shit.
Do you want him to patch it through?
No, he can't.
I
No,
would no,
no.
because
He can't know. That's the thing, because Herodotus arranged all this on the sly. Clan Zarg isn't aware of the Imperial backing of this mission.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, you
that's
backed
fair.
this
As
way
Herodotus
back
is
then.
suddenly-
You backed this.
Yeah,
I had even
Herodotus-
forgotten about it.
Herodotus right now is in a very awkward position where his chickens are coming home to roost, where he was playing both sides.
oh boy. Well,
We just helped the Imperial Navy take over this moon because Harry fucking swindled us all.
Bugger.
This
is that the name of the episode?
Don't ever tell me there aren't consequences to your actions, guys.
Oh my god.
Bugger.
Well, we just got spanked. I don't know.
Evan just overrid us all with his. Oh, Clan Zarg are gonna hate us now.
What? No, I don't want that.
Not only did Effie get killed for nothing,
Oh no.
but they've all been poisoned and people are dying because Harry has backstabbed
Oh,
all
fuck.
of them
Wait, I haven't
to get the Imperials in control. And then not only
I
that,
think Harry was intending to backstab the Imperials rather than Zarg, but
Yeah.
at this point now,
but
it's
now there's an
looking like-
armada there, and we can't take an armada.
Well, they're on
I
the
mean,
other
not-
side of the moon. They're
not with
attacking
that
the
attitude.
Craw Nest City.
Yeah, Armada versus Armada, but we could still hobbit the castle.
Or
It does still have some functioning anti-aircraft guns.
it does. And also, remember what Thorin does during the battle?
Be a shithead.
Yeah, and then he storms out and fucking like breaks the center of the enemy. Dude, we
Okay.
can, if we time this right, we can put an Imperial Armada
Dude.
in our debt.
I love the fact that I somehow managed to turn Herodotus into Thorin. Like,
Fuck yeah, he's got the gold sickness, baby.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. He did. He got it earlier than normal.
Yeah.
Before he
That's-
could
that's-
see the gold.
This is my-
So it's
Come on,
Okay. Wait, so-
imagine it. A desperate last charge where we managed to break the Craw Center and we managed to, like, you know, put the Imperials in debt to us. We can fucking take this world and the next.
so which one of us is Bilbo?
Yeah, I just want to
the
get
bear.
some loot. I just want to get some loot and fuck off.
You're just about the food and like having a good time. And also, shit
I was
doesn't
happy
go
in
good for you.
mid-space just doing shit
Are
jobs.
you going to leave the Imperial military on the line then?
I mean, if they're busy attacking another place,
But they're hailing the Grey Dragon.
very well. Give them a message. Can't talk now, darling. Busy subduing the locals. To time.
Well, but the thing is that they're just calling on the hollow. I don't know. Do I let it through?
Oh, very well. It's not a very good time right now. Ask if I can call them back later.
Well,
Oh, very well. I guess it can wait. Patch them through. I'll take it on the other line while I charge.
I hope you know what you're doing there, Harry.
Nah, me too.
And there's a bleep as another voice comes through, and Herodotus would recognize this voice as the cool, urbane voice of Admiral Larky, the self same military superior who was his inferior back in military training, back in college, back in school. Larky was always.
Larky.
He's a few years younger, which doesn't actually make him that young anymore, but, Herodotus still remembers him as being that young fellow who, there was a rumor going around that he wet the bed and all sorts, but he seems to have, sort of come into some sort of favor and good fortune with the sort of political elite within the military, and he is an admiral. But his voice comes down the line.
Well, seems to be going rather well, old chap. I would like to thank you for creating this most fantastic of distractions. A good amount of the Craw military seem to have been persuaded to be sent your way. I think you can anticipate a few more ships in the next minutes, and I would like to thank you very much for taking my castle. It's going to be fabulous once I've got the governorship. Yes, I am afraid it will be a governorship and not a kingdom, Herodotus. You see, the position is already spoken for. But I would like to thank you for all your efforts. Obviously, in the unlikely event that you do survive the coming battle, you will be rewarded accordingly. But, given the unlikelihood of that possibility, I would just ask that you do your best to take as many of those filthy aliens with you on your way out of this world.
Wow.
Malaki. Never stopped speaking shit, did you, my boy? You wait up there in the clouds with the other little pretty angels. And when I'm done shedding blood here, I shall come and anoint you myself. Now be off. Fight what you can.
Always a pleasure, Harry, old boy. I see that your senility hasn't completely overtaken your good senses. Anyway, I've got to rain fire down on a civilian population, so, ciao for now.
Oh, wow. The darkest timeline.
Oh my gosh.
Helpevan.org.
Helpevan.org.
I think we can call that episode there.
So wait, there's not even a military base on the other side? It's like just complete civilian population.
Well, it's a city.
Helpevan.org.
Helpevan.org.
My God.
I mean,
What
they
a
have a military,
dick,
but they have sent sort of, a
Dick.
good chunk of their force to deal with you guys.
Dick, the biggest thing we've ever done, I want you to think about this, biggest thing we've ever done is small jobs that have occasionally become a bit big. But this is
We
now
talked a lot of shit.
But this
Dan.
is, we've caused a lot of shit, granted, but this is now a war with an imperial fleet, a civilian population, and 19 poisoned, semi-alive.
My God. Oh.
Well, you know what? We're not poisoned anymore.
We're not.
And
Yeah.
you gotta believe, Dan. You gotta believe.
Oh, look, I believe. But I'm trying to think,
You're
even in
doing
even in-
surprisingly well.
even in the
Believe it.
best
Power of
situation,
kings, Dan.
the best
Power of
situation,
kings, Dan.
there is carpet bombings about to happen.
Believe it.
Dan.
Believe it.
Dan.
Helpheaven.org.
Helpheaven.org.
And also believe in the power of kingship.
When this is done, I want to go back to mid-space, say, hey, Deets, sorry about it. I just want a simple life, living in mid-space, doing jobs. Where was that hole that you needed Cleo and me and Harry to go down? Let's go back there, start this up again.
Believe it. Believe it.
We can start again.
Start again, just be some nobodies.
Oh my God, Dick.
I mean, I've given you all the tools you need to survive this encounter.
It's
You've
not
just
about
got to
us
work
surviving.
out what and where they are.
It's not about us surviving. It's
No.
about fucking trying to
What is he fucking saying?
save as many...
Well, yeah, there's only so much you can do, in an actual,
And Effie's dead.
an interplanetary war. The Craw are just going to have to fight for themselves. You're very far away.
Oh my God.
I don't feel like we necessarily owe them a
No.
saving.
No, but we did bring this
they
war to them.
poisoned you.
I mean,
Well-
it wasn't necessarily all of them as a species,
Yeah, also,
of course.
yeah,
that did the
exactly.
poisoning.
Yeah, we didn't this isn't
That's
some Ender's
fair.
Game
And we-
shit, where we
But they also took this planet from another species initially, so it's kind of like this isn't our fight, and how blameless is anyone?
Yeah. And also, we are taking this place over. So, there's that angle.
And then that.
Yeah.
And we would like to be
we're
the-
going to give these
we-
people something they didn't have before.
We
Also-
would like to
Inspiration
be
of
the
an imperial
next
sword.
interspecies
I was say-
coalition to take over this.
The only reason any of this is happening is because Cleo blew up
Herodotus
my
wants to be
body.
a god king.
No, because Cleo blew up my body after I fell through the shields. I was in a plastic bag. We went to a space station. You found some royal honey. I found the honey boy. We had to escape really quickly because we were getting attacked by deranged synthetic robots. And then we crashed into them, bumped into them, and then became friends with them.
Meet cute.
Not even that long ago. A couple weeks ago or something.
Became
Well,
friends
we
with them.
fell in love with them.
And then they were like, hey, you want to help us take our homeworld?
And we
Harry's
were
like, fuck yeah, I can
absolutely.
do that. Organizes with the military to get a fucking imperial strike while telling us another thing.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
To be fair, Larky did lie. Larky said that he wasn't going to provide any military support.
That is
Yeah.
true. That's true, yeah.
Larky has double crossed.
or something.
I like
Has
that.
double crossed Herodotus.
I like that Harry's double-crossing nature is also the nature of all humans in all the other humans in this military. Monty did
it's
it.
just politics, isn't it?
Monty did it as
Larky.
well.
Larky, he's already an admiral. If he can become the governor of Zarg,
Then he'll really
who knows?
dominate it.
Another 20 years time, he might be emperor.
Yeah.
And
We need
he's
to
got
kill
eyes.
him.
He's got
We
eyes.
need to
for the
kill
top.
him. We need to kill him.
Exactly.
He's got the exact same idea as Herodotus. Take the uncontrolled planets under the control of the empire and become emperor.
Let me ask you this. This one goes all to Alio. Who's seen Battlestar Galactica?
Oh, have.
I've not watched a single episode of Battlestar Galactica.
All right.
I have played
if
the
I
board
say
game,
the Pegasus,
and I was a Cylon.
I get on board with what I'm talking about.
Wait, the Pegasus? No, I don't. Explain it.
It's the one where they meet another ship, another Battlestar, and it's an older one. It's called the Pegasus, and they go into orbit and start trying to maintain a place, and it doesn't go well, and then they get attacked. And the sacrifice at the end is that they ram into the Cylon ship with the Pegasus.
Ah.
Or Battle of the Blackwater. What I'm talking about is we fill up one of these fucking tugboats of a ship with tons of explosive. We rally the Kree in a counterattack of epic proportions.
So now we're going to work with the Craw?
Yeah. We're going to fucking convert them to the cause, baby.
I mean,
We've given them
I
an
don't know,
enemy.
man.
Now they can choose. Do they want a new ally? Or do they want to fight with us?
I mean, that's
Maybe
a feasible
there's
one, but
method to the
there are
madness,
some
Dan.
confusing shades here because Cleo is in a murderous rage at them at the minute.
yeah.
But
Well,
And they just
you
killed
know,
Effie, so a small
Yeah,
group ain't
I'm
gonna.
not saying it's going to be easy.
But if anyone can do it, Harry can do it.
Oh, yes. God
I mean,
damn.
Clan
God
Zarg
damn.
and the Craw teaming up, like they once did. I mean, this is the one of the only places that the Empire never took control
the
of.
power of myth, baby.
look at Dick
How
trying to
were-
make us come
How-
back around
how
after
were
this
these
shit.
kingdoms
I'm,
first carved out
I'm
in the
loving
first place?
this flip flop of are these guys good? Are they bad? Oh,
Oh,
it sounds
just-
like,
they're
sounds
fucking
like
just
they
humans,
didn't
man.
want to actually kill anyone, and they
They're
thought
just people.
poisoning was the they still don't. They're really distasteful about murder. They don't want to actually kill Clan Zarg.
Yeah. and we're gonna fucking destroy them in that we're gonna turn them into murderous war people. And they're gonna be the vanguard legions in Herodotus'
the
glorious
fucking
conquest.
ethical gymnastics that I'm doing right now just to like.
Same. I'm like,
I don't know. I mean, there's no good guys. There's no bad guys.
No.
There's just
There
a
ain't
bunch
no
of
good
people
guys in
fighting in
space.
There's
space.
Herodotus and there's everybody else.
Yeah, actually.
pretty
yes.
much, yeah.
There ain't no good guys in space, y'all.
Harry's just going to come to us later on and be like, so I've organized this deal. There's now this alliance, but this thing, we're teaming up with this crew and that crew. Blah, 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 blah. Wow.
And Cleo's just going, they killed Effie.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you
Yes.
talking about, Herodotus?
But Cleo's also
I
mean,
mean, dude,
yeah.
like when I
Blood in, blood out, but no.
When you let me know, there can be harsh justice.
I mean, there are
Like, just
legitimate bad guys, I guess, because Admiral Larky is a cartoonish villain.
Dude, like when we get him on his knees, just imagine, like in a couple of hours, we get him on his knees, guns to the head, he's pissing his pants.
Listen,
fucking
if
begging,
this is how
and then
we're
we
gonna do it,
feed him to fucking Cleo. Eh?
look, if this is how we're gonna do
That'd be
it, this
tasty
is a lot
moment.
like the
Tell you
mind
that.
control episode where Harry is gonna have to find a great reason to convince me to get on board, and then I might be cool.
Wow, you never did find out how the Craw found out that you were coming.
it's a clan chief dubbed us in, didn't she? She's working with
When
the-
I said that, you said it was too obvious.
I did. But now I'm
Huh?
thinking that because there's Larky here, that the clan chiefs has been talking to Larky to get a pardon, so that then, or to get a higher status in the
That's
actual
why
empire.
I said it.
Yeah,
That's fair.
but I don't know. Is Dickie?
Because that's ultimate politics.
Dickie, you let us know. What is it? What is the actual
sitch,
answer?
Dickie? What's the sitch?
Well, I'll just leave you with that question, I think.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
But it is
asshole.
rather suspicious that that Larky
No, don't
mobilized an entire armada on the off chance that you guys actually managed to get the Craw to make a military response against
Dickie,
you.
let me
But
just tell
what?
you now.
That-
If
no,
Boris
wait,
is the
so-
one, if you
No,
fucking,
don't do this.
if you've made it
It
Boris,
almost seems as though Admiral Larky knew that
Yes.
the Craw would respond to you quite quickly and quite readily. And how would he possibly have known that?
I'm going to be listening with an extra ear while I'm editing and trying to figure
But
out.
I mean,
this.
that's the question I'll leave you
It's-
guys to ponder for the week.
I have 300
Oh,
questions now.
I'm having a terrible feeling that it's gonna end up being Herodotus' fault.
I feel like somebody
Harry
you
got
really
drunk.
like.
Well,
Nah, I don't think it's
No.
gonna.
Maybe he was
That's too
bragging.
meta. I think
Too meta.
somebody that we like fucking ratted us.
yeah. Oh no, what if it's
sounds like
Boris?
somebody
gonna
that's
be
with us.
So
Yeah,
sad.
someone who's with us.
Oh,
Because
dude.
they knew they were able to report back everything.
Oh,
Was
what
it
if we
Harris?
end up
Because
in, like,
Harris was like losing control and losing power. Effie's dad?
Oh, that
Oh.
would be grim,
That
wouldn't
would
What
it?
be
if it's like a
grim,
combination of
because-
things and we have to do like a summary execution thing and we're like, we don't want to do this, but you fucking betrayed us. We can't
When
trust
you
you
said
anymore.
that
It's this or
Billy
you
Boy
leave.
was hailing on the comms, I was like, Billy Boy's about to say, nice seeing you all down
Yeah,
there.
oh dude.
Now that I got your ship and all your money, I'll be watching up here as you well, have a short life. I'll see you later. That's what I thought you were going to do.
And then he vanishes through the shattered wall that only he and Trevor can pilot.
Exactly. I was like, that's
Oh shoot, that would be fucking wild.
I thought that's
oh my
what you were
god,
gonna do.
everything's bad.
Ah,
Everything hurts and it's
I
bad.
almost wish I'd done that, but no, you can't have an extra double cross on top of what's going on here. Like
It would be
it all
too
has to
hard.
be-
It feels like
it all
one
has
is
to be
coming
Zarg
anyway.
Moon.
We need that fucking.
Yeah, also, you do need the ship, and because it's got the egg and Dilbert on it, and the entire the sort of the ongoing saga outside of this Zarg Moon chapter is still tied in with that Grey Dragon, so I can't steal that from you.
So patrons. Hey,
Patreons.
just to let you know, just to shift the blame, you paid for this.
Yes, it's all your fault.
You were the
Money
monsters.
funded this
Yeah.
venture.
Yeah.
You are
Um,
fucking
Effie's
bad
blood is on
people.
your hands.
It really is. It
Mhm.
really
How
is.
could
And
you? How
just
do you
for the
feel about
record,
yourself right now?
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel?
You feel
Well,
good?
they were all
good about
poisoned, but luckily, like the
one of
antidotes
them.
come.
One of them is our betrayer. One of
One
them
of
is our
these-
Judas.
One of the patrons is the mole.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Let's go through them.
see
Let's go through
who
them.
dies.
Yeah.
And who makes it.
Yeah.
So hey, cheaper by the dungeon.
People by the
Cheaper by the dungeon. You?
Looking
Did
at
they-
you real hard.
Did they do it?
Well, we'll keep our eyes open.
And with who did they do it?
They did it with Lucas Duff.
Duffman.
Duffman in the observatory with the candlestick.
Been here recently as well.
Specific.
Indeed.
Can still smell you, Duffman.
And Marcus Brackelman.
Ah, Brackelman.
That's a suspicious sounding Marcus.
And-
Brachiosaurus Rex.
It is suspicious. Just as suspicious, almost, as Fernando Garcia.
In the
Ah,
I
now
don't trust
dinner.
anyone whose surname is Garcia.
Yes,
Well,
no one. No
Big
one.
mood.
And
mood.
I could sense motive from Garcia. Probably wants us to move back to Garcia Station, getting them some more
Probably.
airtime. So I'm looking at
Probably.
you, Garcia.
And
That's
then
no moon. That's
there's
Garcia
the
Station.
curious case of the noodle
The noodle.
in the nighttime.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yeah, noodle in the
Nighttime noodle.
nighttime. I know that story.
Yeah. Yes. Well, let's leave that where it lies. The Abel Queen.
Bzzz. Never trust a bee, especially a hornet.
Never trust a
murder
bee.
bee.
Nah.
Never trust a bee like you would never trust a fart.
No.
Or a Nicole Snyder, who
Well-
is a bastard herself.
Yeah.
So that should tell you all that you
Yeah.
need to
That's
know.
really inside trading.
It is,
Yeah.
actually. Almost
What
by
are you trading?
definition.
Nicole as well. Like
Bastards.
she'd have she'd have the knowledge to betray the bastard.
Also, I
don't
feel
they?
She
like
would.
just because I'm missing it out. Hey guys, it's Nicole. Just to, just to put
The
it in.
mole.
Hey guys,
Nicole
it's
Look
the
at rhymes.
mole.
Oh, it rhymes. You're a pony. You don't even know
Oh
it.
my god.
This is it right here. This might be
Oh
it.
my god.
But you know what? There's a couple curious figures that it could still be, like Randy Lovings.
Randy.
Nah, it
You
can't be
Randy
Randy.
for some
Come on.
lovers?
Come on, guys.
Nah,
it's
it's
not
not
Randy.
It's not Randy,
mean,
but
there's
it
no-
might be Ybots999,
now that's
who is
it,
going by an alias.
It could be Wyberts.
Yeah. What
No.
do we really know about
No one
Wyberts
knows anything
anyway?
about Wyberts.
Well, we
Could
know
be
a couple
Wyberts.
things now.
We know a
so
few
watch
things.
out.
but
The
Watch
only
out.
good Wybus is a dead Wybus.
Jesus.
Darkest timeline.
Darkest time, hashtag
Cleo's
darkest
gonna
timeline.
chew on your leg, and let's just see what
Yeah.
happens.
And then show your friends. Trevor.
Hmm.
You know, there's a lot of Trevors moving around in this equation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both of them almost died, but
can see motive.
somehow made it.
I can see motive from Trevor.
Maybe he wants to be the only Trevor.
There can only be one. I understand this feeling.
Yeah. That's fair. Right now, there's 3 Dans.
And not for long.
Not for long. Wow.
Yeah.
Watch out, you guys.
Poison.
And then there's Ben.
Ben. So unsuspecting.
Ben
Ben.
Kenobi. That's a
Ben.
name I haven't heard. And
Ben.
Or do we suspect him?
With a name like Ben.
He could be bent to evil purposes.
There we go. Evil.
I think the more letters in a name, the more trustworthy the person.
Ah,
Right.
right. Okay then.
So unless
Dick.
you're
Dick.
Mephistopheles,
Hmm.
then get out.
so
Then
Dick
get the
is not
fuck out.
is not trusting.
But neither is
I
Dan.
mean, you know,
I mean,
You know?
more trusting than Dan. More trustworthy than Dan.
Daniel. I've got 4 names. I'm fine.
No, Dan.
Dan has the longest name.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
maybe not, maybe
Daniel
not.
Herbert Humphrey Bogart.
Sherwin Williams.
Yes.
Really? That's fun.
Anyways.
And then the last of the patrons,
Hmm.
Daphne.
Daphne.
Where's Daphne been?
Where is Daphne?
Where were you at 8:30 GMT
Yes.
That's a good
PLO.
question.
Answer, Daphne.
this
Answer.
past Thursday and this Thursday? What were you
Let us
doing?
know because we
You're looking at your direction.
We're
Because
gonna
something
find
doesn't
out.
add up.
Shank
here.
ya.
Something doesn't add up.
Something is too quiet.
Yep. Yep.
All
All right. Wow. Patrons, despite our massive accusations of your character
Yes.
and your ethics,
Yes.
And
we
accurate.
like you a lot
Yes.
and
Yes.
think about you all the time.
Yes.
And in our diaries, we write
I-
really adjective-laden descriptions of your heroic
And I draw
deeds.
little pictures on every page in the corner of all of you, and then I flick through them.
And then
And,
he sighs
Just
happily.
like
Is that
a
good
real
day's work?
animation
In real animation.
Pretty
in
impressive.
It's very
our
impressive.
hearts. We
And,
appreciate all that you do.
hugely. And if you're not a
Huge
patron, then you
tracts of
can
land.
be. Head on over to the link in the show notes. It helps us grow the show with better sounds,
Grow the show.
microphones,
Grow the show.
things like that. Fan art.
And
But
throw a
otherwise, just thank you for
whole lot
listening.
more love
Oh.
into it.
Yeah, thanks so much. Like, you know, it's the best thing you can do for us is
Huge.
keep listening. You know, like that's why we do it. You know,
Yeah.
we love that you listen. You know, tell all your friends, give us iTunes
Tell your
ratings,
friends.
do all those things. Become a patron if you want. But like, you know,
Join
the
the
most
revolution.
important thing to me is listen to the podcast because that's what it's for. Love it.
First,
Love it.
and first,
Love it.
kill the Lord.
Yes.
All right.
That's the first thing that's going to happen on Zarg Moon when Herodotus
Jesus
takes it
Christ.
over.
Oh, darkest
Probably,
timeline.
yeah.
Darkest
Darkest
timeline.
timeline.
Darkest
this shit.
timeline.
Oh my
I
god.
can't
Darkest
believe
timeline.
Cleo turned into a full-blown cannibal in this episode.
Listen,
I mean, she's a
it
bear.
wasn't like that. We're not the same species. He's a bird. I would eat that anyway.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's a chicken scenario.
Facts.
It's chicken with
Not a
an
spoiler.
attitude.
It's a fact.
I mean, it is a like a you know, an intelligent, sentient, bipedal sort of humanoid, though.
Well,
You're a
I stopped being that a long time ago. Let's be real. Plus, extreme duress. Extreme duress.
Extreme duress.
I
Like
just
you-
like,
I like
I
the
just like that.
switch.
That was Cleo, cold,
Yeah,
calculated.
this was not duress. You had
Pun-
full control. You
punishing.
were looking that motherfucker in the eye as you ate his liver with some fucking fava beans and a good Chianti.
And then I dropped him on his friends who were sequestered in the kitchen, terrified.
Yes.
After they were exposed to an explosion.
See?
I feel good about it.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
Maybe, hey, you
I'm
know
not
what?
judging,
Maybe
man.
that
I'm
chills me
fucking
out
fine.
enough.
It's very
I
effective.
really
when
thought
applied.
that there were going to be more deaths than this, to be honest.
Well,
Like,
I got there in
That-
time.
I went full ruthless with this poison, and
Oh, god damn it, dude.
yeah,
Why
you
are you
rolled
trying
good,
to-
really.
Why are you
I
trying
was
to kill
into
us?
it. I have to say, it's nice, I think, to
That
have
nothing is safe.
this
and
moment
nothing is
in an
sacred.
arc where it's like, hey, you know,
Still real.
And we
Yeah.
cannot love anything because everything can be taken from us by the one on high.
Oh, and like Effie, like she was like,
Oh,
you know, maybe
monster.
yeah. Aside from Trevor, like probably the
Oh,
member of Clan Zarg that you guys have had the most sort of airtime with.
well, now she is going to be the ultimate symbol of our revolution.
oh yes, our fucking Jeanne d'Arc.
So here we go.
Our,
Roll on.
our lady
Roll
aristocrat.
on.
Our lady aristocrat.
And under
Aristocratia.
this kia banner
Long live the right bloodlines.
shall we wage our warfare.
Okay, let's sign this thing off. Yeah,
Yep,
it's been an episode.
it has been a fucking
It's
episode.
1 a.m. I'm gonna stop
It's
recording
2 a.m. here. I gotta go to bed.
right
Yeah, me
about
too.
now.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you all, everyone.
Yeah, shanking
Love ya.
bastards.
Bye.
Love you, bye. Love you, bye. Woo, bye.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards.